Alright, and we are live and on the wrong screen. Starting out strong. The music's actually loud in my ear now, because I've been just sitting here listening to it while I do everything else in prep. So I've already posted on Twitter. Hi, Gray. Hi. I already posted on Twitter, but I'm going to show it off on stream and for the VOD watchers. We got Iris my girl. And you know what? I started off Iris as being they, them. Okay. And they are. But they're like she, they. Because I have misgendered them like 10,000 times in the last damn VOD. And I was listening back to it and I was like, Lord of mercy. She wants to be she, they, so she is now, alright? Because like, just strangle me with it. I think it's because I made her Lawrence's mother too, and it kind of just like shook my brain. And so I was like, alright, well, this is who she is. This is who she will be. She looks really great, and it's awesome. And I don't just have Iris with the pan flute. I have Iris with the group. Squad up. I can't move them. And we got Iris and the girl. Oh, gonna miss her so much. Squad time, squid time. Love having these. Means so much to me. Thank you for doing this for me. I appreciate it very, very much. I did start working on like, I'll probably get to it when I go through the other scenes, basically, of what OCs I would pick for each other character, because I have kind of decided, like, I got it set in my mind. Do they have names? Do they have appearances? No. Do they have general vibes? Yes, they do. They have the vibes. And I was watching somebody play Lord of Lies, and there's legitimately, and I forgot that I even wrote it, but there's legitimately a scene where Lawrence is just like, oh, you heard me playing the pan flute or whatever, and I was like, oh, he just like his mommy, wow. I didn't realize. It's also kind of funny making this Iris Lawrence's mother, because she meets kind of an awful fate, but you know, it's fine. She had a hot girlfriend before everything kind of went to hell, so it's all good. You know, we can... It's fine. It adds to the fantasy. So let's not waste any more time and get into it. She had a hot as fuck girlfriend. Hell yeah. Good for her. As the night darkens, we follow Aura through the streets. It's quieter than the day, with a few people coming off of work or carousing between taverns. That's me going, Joy cannot read. It's been a long day. It was a busy Friday today. So I'm a little low energy, but I think with time I will wake the fuck up. We arrive at small pub tucked far from the main streets. It's a shabby alehouse, the lights inside dark. The sign proclaims it to be the Salty Sea Dog, and I like that. And someone has graffitied it to make the name more creative. Zaneri gives it a disapproving look. Me too, because are you sure this is the place? Positive. They wrap a specific pattern on the door, and it swings open. The five of us enter, and Merida praises it. Oh, I think I do need to turn down the music slightly for just the... because it was a little loud in the last episode, but it was fine. It was good. But at one point you couldn't even hear, kind of hear me, and I was like, ah. Hell, beats another night stuck in my room going through the same stupid abjuration tome. The door shuts and I hear the click of the lock. Zaneri takes in the surroundings, keeping a sharp eye out. A figure steps out from around the bar, their shadow much larger than they are. Oh, these are your friends, Aura? That's how he's gonna talk like this. The goblin's eyes flicker up and down, reading each of us as we do the same to him. You said 3 others. Who's the 4th? My old dearest friend I met up with in town. They shoot a smile to tell Merritt to play along, but the goblin isn't buying it. Yeah, bullshit. They're a new friend, but she's on board for whatever you have in store. And you are? Aura cuts in. Everyone, this is Vit. He's an old friend and always reliable. Vit tilts his head up. And you? Aura didn't go into details. My name is Iris. This is Alvarel, Zaneri, and Merritt. I gesture to each in turn as Vit sizes them up. They're not the picture of criminals or thieves. You're in over your head. We're capable adventurers, even we've never dealt with the Thieves Guild. Even if we've never dealt with the Thieves Guild. He raises a brow. That's what they told you we were? They came to their own conclusions. That we did, I'm sorry. we That's so funny. It runs deeper than that, but nothing you need to know. We've hired independent contractors before, but let it be known that if I didn't trust Aura and owe them a favor, he sighs. Aura said, I am not part of this. This wouldn't have happened. Heard you're in need of a quick buck. I've got just the thing. Aren't we all? Strayland Manor is a residence in Great Crown Borough, home to the affluent and noble. The current occupant is Lady Vivienne Strathlin, the wealthy heiress to her family's impressive fortune. Couldn't do the voice for that part. She keeps her house well guarded by retainers and hired bustle to protect said fortune. She's paranoid, but not without good reason. Because someone wants her hoard? Vit holds up a finger. A single item, not the lot. A massive gemstone, large as your head, golden, oval, and heavy. It's her prized possession, but we found someone who will value it more. So get the gemstone and bring it back to you. Without getting caught, without getting killed, without setting the magical trap she's armed the vault with. We've run preliminary tests, but we're not running out of time. The buyer needs it by tomorrow night. There could be no more delays. Why? None of my business. Not yours either. That's up to the client. So you're trusting this to inexperienced newbies? Vit shrugs. We can all help each other out here, and I'm a firm believer in beginner's luck. She's got a point. I like this guy, honestly. And in return, 500 gold. Whoa! 80 was a lot. That's a lot of money. I sigh in relief. Split between us, that's 100 each. More than enough to get us started. We'll pay rent to the inn, make sure we're all well equipped. Get that bag. Each. 500 each? Oh shit, what? Lawrence is like his mama, because when they hear money, they go cha-cha-ching. That's the earth sign in them. Just, money, 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 money. Like, they want that coin, okay? Lawrence risked his entire life for it, okay? It takes the wind out of me. I've never seen that kind of money. By the way the others are shifting, they haven't either. Okay, break into the manor, find the gem, and get out. Easy. There's a twinge of suspicion that raises up. Why would he trust this to people beyond Aura, whom he's never met before? Could be a trap. But we're strong enough to get out of it if it is. I might not know how Nightshade operates, but it's enough to make me pause. The time limit on this gives me a chance to push my luck. The gold is good, but we're taking on a lot here. He raises a brow, staring me down. Aura shakes their head, but I march on. You're desperate. Time's running out. We're your last chance of fulfilling this contract, and with our payout being so good, yours must be even better. This is a favor to Aura. Maybe, but there's something wrong with that manor, and you won't risk your own people. His jaw clenches and I call his bluff. We'll take the gold, but we need information too. He frowns, a tense moment of silence. Alright, Iris, what is it? Any word about friends or those working for them in town, portals being open, whatever the fuck is going on with the cathedral, we need to know. If he knows anything, he doesn't react, he just looks at Aura. What have you gotten yourself into since you left? They shrug. I don't know. Lots of trouble. You never should have quit. There's safer trouble with us. His large eyes flicker back to me, his tail swishing behind him. That could be arranged. Do we have a deal? He reaches out a hand and I shake. Return before dawn tomorrow. Get me that gemstone. And we're off. With that, we head back into the streets. Already I'm overwhelmed with how exactly we're going to pull this off. 500 apiece is not bad. If you can actually do it. We'll figure it out. Sleep on it, scout the place tomorrow, and hit it by nightfall. Aura's the most experienced in this, so I look to them. Their gaze is lost as they stare back at the pub. Aura? They glance at me, face quickly resuming a casual grin. This'll be fun. Quick thinking about getting information out of him, too. I thought you didn't improve. You don't trust him? It's not that. I thought he'd, rescind on the gold. You called it right. They must be desperate. That doesn't thrill me. What are we walking into? We're just gonna have to see. The next day we split into teams. Aura takes Elveril, and Marit to find old haunts and get cheap supplies. Zanir and I scout in the manor. It's a crisp winter morning, and our breaths crystallizes in the air. She, at least, thrives in the cold. Yeah, not me. I have a map of the city I purchased from the innkeeper and use it to navigate. Zaniri shrinks down as we move through heavy crowds. She bumps into someone carrying a heavy cart, and they yell out a curse. I give them a dirty look and curse right back. I love Iris, dude. Sorry. Her voice comes out weaker than I've ever heard, and the cart person storms off. Fuck them. They weren't looking where they were going. Yeah. I get a small smile at my rowdy show of support, but her shoulders slump. I think the problem lies with me. I do not belong here. You belong wherever you are, Zaniri. We veer off to the side, escaping the main rush hour as she stares at the crowds. I traverse mountains, hunt in forest, and charge across an open prairie. I don't know what to do with myself here. She towers over many of the people here. None have such prominent battle scars or carry themselves with a warrior's gait. She strikes an impressive figure. And she's hot. Once we're done with all this, we won't have to stay here. You misunderstand. I envy them. Why? She gestures to the little brick shops that line the streets. Flowers bloom inside the windows despite the wintry weather, and sculptures and artwork are for sale. We're coming to the wealthier district of the city, and you can tell in every storefront. Fine clothes, delicate jewelry, and wafting smells of food make my stomach growl. Do not worry about danger at every corner. They spend their lives in harmony, in soft clothes, and any meal they could wish for. One they didn't have to kill with their own hands. They carve out a living by creating things. She stops and watches a painter in her shop working on a large canvas, soft swirls of paint covering the entire thing, the picture of brilliant sunrise over the ocean. Would you want to stop this life? I have always been a warrior, and now a traveler. Could I truly be content with a sedentary life? I have asked myself the same since we arrived here. Hey, we're about to get a huge payout if we do this heist right. Save your gold, and when we're done, if you want a new direction in life, you have my support. She smiles at me gratefully, but it fades into uncertainty. We will see. For now, let's find this manor. Oh. We find Great Town Burrow, a massive gate blocking our path, and a guard posted out front. They give us a scrutinizing look. We don't fit the bill for residents of this district. What's your business? Make something up. Cast sharp spell. Okay, I think using magic here would be kind of dangerous, so we're just gonna make something up. We've already lied once. What's another lie? We're the Lord of Lies. We're performers for hire. We've been hired at a manor in Great Crown Burrow, and we're told to come early for a dress rehearsal. Look, we're already running late. We don't need more delays. This also reminds me of, like, in Dragon Age Origins, where you can bring one of your companions to lie to get into, the Terran's, building or whatever, and that's one of my favorite parts of the game, where, Severed is just like, yeah, we're circus monkeys, or whatever the fuck. It's, like, so good. They glance at Zaneri. Yeah? What kind of performers are you? We're musicians, of course. Yeah. I pat Zaneri on the arm. She's my drummer. They don't say anything else but scribble something on a notepad. They open the gate and we quickly head on through. Hell yeah! Great Crown Burrow has far older homes made of dark stone and hardwoods. It's full of sprawling manors with yards. City guards walk the streets, but within the properties there are guards in various states of dress, personal hired guards by each family. We get cursory glances, but no one stops us. The air is warmer here, and there's no snow on the clean streets. Remembering Vit's directions, we navigate outside of the Stratland Manor. It's on the corner of the street. No alleyways to hide in here. We coast across the street and loiter. Zaneri holds out her arm and whispers a few words. Her spectral eagle appears and she strokes her head. Be my eyes, Echo. The eagle takes off and circles the home. Also, I keep bringing up Lord of Lies. I'm sorry, but ever since we did the crossover, at this point, it's just like, it's what it is. But there is an Echo short blade that I made. And I don't think that was community content. I don't think you submitted that. I think I just did it, and then when I saw it the other day, I was like, wait, hold up. It's meant to be. It's happening. The eagle takes off and circles the home. Zaneri places a hand on my shoulder to steady herself as her eyes grow blank, looking through Echo's senses. Meanwhile, I'm keeping watch for anyone watching us. No, I don't think I did submit that. That's all you. I'm surprised. Like, it's weird, but I like it. 2 entrances, front and back. The back leads likely to a kitchen. Windows on the top and bottom floor and basement. saw at least 2 armed guards in the window, and 2 were stationed at the front door. There's patrol coming up on the road, and I tap her arm. She blinks, eyes returning. We gotta move. We take a casual stroll, not breaking stride. Echo lands on a tree, but the barren winter leaves nothing to hide her. One of the guards stops, staring up at the bird. He nudges the other, gesturing to it. Shit, Zaneri? We're trying not to draw attention, but we need to leave. We go as fast as we can whilst they're distracted. When I sneak a glance back, Echo has vanished into a puff of mist, and the guards stand around looking confused. Okay, that's as much information as we're going to get. Let's meet up with the others and figure out the plan. We meet in a bedroom, not wanting to plan a heist where anyone could hear us, but Aura dumps a bag on the bed, a crowbar, a hooded lantern, some rope, several lockpicks. It's not much, but we got what we could. Zaneri has parchment against the wall. Merritt uses magic to hold it in place. She sketches a rough estimate of what Stratland Manor looks like. I hope you have a plan and we're not just going to wing it. Of course I have a plan. So, how are we getting inside? We go at night. Aura navigates us through the city and finds a low point in the wall that surrounds the district, as we don't want to risk another confrontation with the city guard. Zaneri helps pull Alvaril up and over, all of us cautious to not make noise. Heist tour! I'm so excited! It reminds me of like when I would do all the Thieves Guild quests in Skyrim, and I really liked the heist quest a lot. We stop at the edge of the neighborhood and wait for a patrol to pass by. I'll be the distraction at the front door. We break in through the back together. Ooh. Nah, we the leader. We're gonna be the distraction. I break away from the group as they head to the back door. If the guards are focused on what's going on at the front, it'll give them a chance to get in unnoticed. I approach the front door and 2 guards stare at me. State your business. These aren't the faceless armored city guard. These are trained mercenaries. Okay, we're not gonna make something up now. We're definitely gonna charm. I'm like saving my ass off. Charm them. Don't worry, I'm here to perform for Lady Stratland. Before they can stop me, I pull out my pan flute and play. Their eyes glaze over and both stand to attention. Of course, head right in. Got him. Once there, I spread across... Ooh, Jesus. Okay, I spread... speed. Not spread across the hall. That doesn't make any sense. I speed across the hall into the kitchen to let my friends in. Now we need to figure out where to go next. Oh gosh, there's so many choices. Something bad's gonna happen if I do this wrong. Upstairs is speaking to me. I lead to the group up the stairs as Zaneri watches and waits for anyone to catch us. We reach the top of the landing before she yanks me back. Waiting in silence, we fall still. There are footsteps in a far room. Investigating the top floor, most of the rooms are closed, and the ones that are bedrooms. Maybe there's a safe in the master bedroom? I hear a voice in my mind, and Merritt points at me, magic sparking from her fingertips. I can make 2 of us invisible. We'll go search while the others hide out in the kitchen. I nod and direct the others back down. Merritt grabs my arm and we vanish. It's disconcerting to look down and see no part of my body. I can only imagine. We sneak along together and explore the rooms. Partway through searching for one, I turn and see a woman come into view. I freeze, heart pounding, and I'm so thankful for Merritt's magic. She's in an elegant dress, has grayish purple skin, and pure white hair piled high on her head. Long elven ears poke out on either side. Beside me, I can hear a stutter in Merritt's breath, and I wonder if this woman, Lady Stratland, I have to assume, can too. Lady Stratland calls behind her. Turning, we take our chance and dart to another room. This has to be her bedroom. A 4-post bed with draping curtains with luxurious furniture by the fireside. I do a quick scan and check out her nightstand. There are a few pieces of jewelry, but nothing matches the description of the gemstone. I reach out to Merritt, but they're not there. I don't know where she's gone. The door swings open and Lady Stratland appears in the doorframe, flanked by a guard. I know what I heard. I told you they would try it again. We need to find another place for it. We're so close. It's locked up tight. The house is being searched. There's nothing any thief can do. I press hard against the wall, fearing she can hear my heart thumping in my chest. Suddenly, there's a banging around from another room. The 2 share a glance before taking off. Lady Stratland's hands crackle with dangerous-looking magic. I flee down the stairs the second they're gone. 2 guards do a sweep in the main room, and one is dangerously close to the kitchen. I know enough about magic that if I do anything, the invisibility will break, but they're about to discover my friends. Oh! I mean, our friends are pretty capable. Do we want to charm them again? I don't know, something's telling me to stay invisible, so I'm just gonna stay invisible. I stay perfectly still and quiet. One guard reaches for the kitchen door, pulling on it. It doesn't open. He tries, yanking harder, calling for the other guard. They both try and get it open. Eventually, they pull it free, and a mess of roots and briars spills out, sparkling with magic. Is the Alvaril? They draw their blades and hack their way through. From the other side of the house, I see my friends. They've doubled back and come through the now unguarded front door. I gesture for them before remembering that I'm still invisible. We all head for the downstairs door. I pull it open and Zaneri startles slightly. She glances my way, missing me by a foot, but she had heard something I didn't down the footsteps. There's a tap on my shoulder and it sends a chill up my spine until I realize it's just Merritt. We head into the basement and the magic dissipates from us. This is actually kind of intense. I'm like... The basement is simple. There's a small corridor with a pantry, wine and food barrels. The only thing suspicious is the large, imposing iron door at the far end of the room. Aura pulls out their lockpicks, but Merritt holds out her hand. No breaking this one without magic. It's enchanted. Their eyes flash as a zap of energy shimmers across the door before something shatters. Knowing about protective spells also means knowing how to break them. Zaneri pushes through the heavy iron door and we step through. It's a long corridor with another door at the end. Alvaril shakes his head, taking a step back. I don't like this. Something's wrong here. I scan the room looking for the magical traps that warned us about. Check the floor, yeah. Check the floor. I almost got confused. I examine the floor and see a faintly flowing magical glyph that's carved into the stone. Can you break that one too, Merritt? She does as asked, and in a flash it's gone. We cross the room safely. I grab the door handle, and there's a sudden, sharp shock that courses up my arm. I muffle a yelp, trying not to make noise, but wince in the pain while shaking my arm. Fuck. Hi, Lacey! Alvaril reaches out, drawing... We're doing a heist. Drawing the voltage from my arm like a miniature storm and dispelling it. Are you alright? Fine, let's keep going. We reach the last chamber. Metal walls surround us like we're in a giant safe. There are many pieces of jewelry and iron boxes filled with gold. Strange exotic antiques, vases, and weapons are strewn across the tables and floor. There's a large mirror leaning up against the back wall. Focus on the task at hand, don't touch anything else. Many things are locked behind cases and we all split up to search for the massive gem. I don't know how much time we have, but I hope it'll be easy to find if it's as big as Vit claimed. I think I found it. There's a display case that holds the gem, oval and big enough that I would need 2 hands to carry it. It sits on a plush velvet pillow with a few pieces of gold scattered around it. Aura pulls out the crowbar they got and wedges it in, attempting to pry the case open. In the corner of my eye, I see something swirl behind Alvaril. There's a reflection in the mirror that doesn't match the room. Hang on. The mirror shatters, sending glass everywhere. As something pale and misty punches forward, there's a horrible wailing sound and I cover my ears, bending over in pain from it. Spectre! Thieves, you dare take what is not yours? It lunges at Zaneri and dives inside her body as she cries out in pain. More specters appear all around us and I draw my blades. Alvaril packs up against the wall, hands pressing against the cold metal as one wraps its hands around its throat. He summons a blast of ice through it. Zaneri shakes off the spectre and slams her great axe down on it. I'm fighting 2 at once, both blades spinning as I struggle to keep them off of me. One reaches out a spindly, clawed hand before it rebuked by a purple magical force field between me and it, and I spare a glance to see Merritt with her hand outstretched, focusing on keeping the barrier up. Try to stay alive. I mean, that's the plan. Another swipes at them, and with the wave of her hand, a sharp of energy pins to the floor. Aura grumbles about the interruption and smacks the crowbar against one of them. That's so funny. I scatter one into mist while another plunges an ice-cold hand right through me. I feel it grab my heart and squeeze. Okay, Fenris, relax. Merritt yanks me back. Wait. With a desperate gasp, I fall to the floor. Magic crackles above me and it's destroyed. Merritt yanks me back up. What did I just tell you? I limp over to brace myself against the wall. Alvaril entangles the last one in vines, while Zaneri chops off its ghostly head. I stumble forward, letting out a weak cough. Alvaril rushes towards me. Here, let me... He catches me before I fall. A warm, healing glow engulfs me, and it smells like springtime rain. Thank Delphine for you. He swallows hard. Oh, we don't know if Delphine's real or not, or whatever. I'm just glad you're alright. Now I get why Nightshade want to send us. Why risk their own people on a death trap? Aura, any work on getting it open? They wedge in the crowbar and lid pops up. I approach and carefully grab the gem. It's heavy and surprisingly warm to the touch. Now to get out of here. There's a crack. My instinct is to glance up, worried the ceiling is about to cave in, but the gemstone shakes in my hands, and as a large crack runs through it. Did I break it? What's happening? I hold it out as it heats up until I barely stand it. The crack grows even larger. Merritt gasps. No, it's not a gemstone we were sent to steal. It's an egg. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, if it's warm and heavy, it's a dragon egg. Oh no! Hello, Snacks, how are you? We're in the middle of a very dangerous heist right now. A tiny reptilian head pokes out. There's a puff of smoke that gets right in my face. It has gold. Wait, does that mean we have a dragon now? I mean, ain't so shabby. It has golden scales and bright eyes, which go wide as it looks up at me with the tilt of its head. Aura. But they look as lost as I do, as we all stare down at the dragon. It trills and showing off tiny teeth. We've gotta go. As I'm speaking, the door to the vault bursts open. Lady Stratland stands there in her finest dress and her hands crackle with lightning. We could take you, Lady Stratland. We crowd together, our weapons still drawn for battle, and I clutch the egg protectively. Her eyes go right to the tiny dragon, jaw clenching. You're with them, aren't you? Those same foolish thieves they sent here to die. She points at the dragon. You won't leave here alive. Kill them, but do not harm the dragon. The guards behind her rush into battle as they back up to the wall. Zaneri charges, but the guards deflect her axe and plunges his blade through her armor. Another grabs Elvaril, binding his hands as he struggles. Merritt casts a protective shield, barely reflecting a crackling bolt from Stratland. Another burst and the shield cracks entirely. Aura steps in front of me, grabs an arrow that's fired, and plunges it into the throat of another guard. Let's go, Aura, okay! But another grabs them and holds a sword right to their throat. No! Stop! Over the din of battle, I cry out. I hold out the egg to Stratland. Within, the dragon is whimpering, scared by all the noise. You can have it. Take it. We took nothing else. Just stop hurting my friends. She walks over slowly and takes the egg from my grasp. The dragon pokes its head out and looks at me with big, sad eyes. Oh, she strokes a finger across its scaly head. Leave my dragon alone, you bitch. Smart. No. She hands the egg off to a guard who runs it upstairs. Then there's a flash and a sharp pain bursts in my abdomen. A bolt of magic tears through me and I wheeze and fall to my knees. Oh, gosh. Order stand. Kill them. They know too much. The last thing I see is her perfectly sculpted face before I collapse entirely. We were so close to getting out. Where did we go wrong? Joy was behind the thing. That's where we went wrong. It went awry. Oh no. Okay, which one did it? Which one did it? What was the wrong choice I made? Or was it all of them? Should I have the high stick is going awry? Maybe I'll just do the opposite of everything I do and see if it changes anything. I think, well, I mean, the distraction works. And charming them seemed to work. I think where I messed up might have been staying invisible. Actually, or going down. Let's just go downstairs this time. When Zaneri points out that there are people upstairs, I take my chances the opposite way. We make our way downstairs. The door opens with a quiet creak and I freeze, hoping no guard will come running. There's only quiet chatter from upstairs and I quickly ushed into the rest of the group. The basement is simple. There's a small corridor with a pantry, wine, and food barrels. The only thing suspicious is the large, imposing iron door at the far end of the room. Okay, this seems about the same. Yeah, it's enchanted. So let's check the door that shocked me last time. I walk across the corridor and reach the door, and woof! A magical glyph beneath our feet erupts and sends a wave of light. I shield my face with my arm, but we're all caught in it. Shit, everyone okay? Okay, so you just get shocked no matter what. We're all a little charred but intact. I worry mostly about the sound it caused or if it's triggering an alert to the caster. We need to move fast. Whoops. The door also has a protective trap on it. My bad. We reach the last door. Metal walls surround us like we're in a giant safe. There are many pieces of jewelry and iron boxes filled with gold. Strange exotic antique vases and weapons are strewn across the table and floor. There's a large mirror leaning up against the back wall. And then some crazy shit happened. This will all be oh, okay. I hold the egg protectively to my chest as we flee the scene. Once we hit the top of the stairs, we see Lady Stratland looking down at us from the top floor railing. Guards, don't let them leave here alive. We sprint away, Oren Zaneri pulling ahead. She bursts down the front door like a battering ram. Once we're out, raises a hand, his charm dangling from it. All the plants and vines covering the front of the house swell and grow and create a thick, tangled mass to block their way. The guard hack their way through, and we've bought some time. As we run through the guarded community, and arrows sails by us, Aura whips around as they run, catching it out of the air, and they snap it in half and keep running. City guards have been altered to the disturbance, and they're shouting all around us as they join in on the chase. I hand the egg to Elveril, and turn around with my pan flute and play loudly as my magic is amplified. Sleep. My voice reverberates with power, and a wave of magic hits the pursuing guards. Many of them slump over as they succumb, knocking into others on the way down. While they're trying to wake them up, we keep going. Finally, we reach the edge of the gate and jump over. Elvery gets on Zaneri's shoulders to clamber over. Nice. Merritt reaches out, eyes flashing once before she cloaks herself and Elveril in invisibility. Orin, Zaneri, and I creep away in the shadows. We catch our breath and duck through the cold, dark streets of Heartcliff. We find an alleyway to reconvene. I pull the egg out of my cloak now that we're away from prying eyes. The tiny dragon sends a puff of smoke at me, its eyes wide and soft. It's adorable. Yeah. Why wouldn't they tell us the truth about what we were retrieving for them? Aura bites their lip. A dragon egg is worth a fortune. Way more than 2,500 gold they're paying us. To the right buyer, that could set you up for life. They're incredibly rare. Most dragons only exist within the elven country of Elmilnor. Oh, that place that they hate? And how would we find a buyer? Your thieves would hunt us down first. Zaneri reaches out a large hand with a very gentle touch as she strokes its head. We should keep it. Look how sweet it is. Okay, Zaneri, but they're gonna come after us and try to kill us for this damn thing, especially if it can set you up for damn life. It shrills again, rubbing its head against her hand like a cat. It puffs out more smoke as its wings rustle within the shell of the cracked egg. No fire, huh? It's a baby, Iris! It needs someone to take care of it properly. Will Vit be able to care for it? It's not going to Vit. The guild has an outside buyer that hired them to retrieve it. It seems like my voice as it stares up at me, tilting its head from side to side. It's almost like it's smiling. It likes us. We're its mom. I think it likes you. You're the first thing it saw when it was, there you go, when it was born, and that's bound to leave an impression. It imprinted on me. I gently pet it, and it makes a happy sound. The scales are very smooth. We need the gold, I know we do. It could set us up for months, and we could get the gear for what awaits us. And more than that, Vit promised information about whatever is happening at the cathedral. If we're going to save the city, what choice do we have? Where would Lady Stratland even get an egg from? Adventurers like us who were looking for gold. A black market for the ultra-wealthy. A dragon in her arsenal would make her an unstoppable force. Once it grows up, she could use it to rule the city. It's a powerful thing to have. Merritt glances between all of us. I don't think you quite understand. We try and sell this thing or keep it. They will hunt us down to the ends of the earth to get it back. Nightshade knows exactly who to blame, and if we do not give it to that goblin... She looks right at me, waiting for me to back them up. No, we're keeping the dragon, are you kidding? I mean, I know they're gonna hunt after us, but a dragon, guys! A dragon! There's no way I'd just be like, you can have this. That's Lawrence's sibling. They're siblings. Wow. You know what? That's very par for the course. Charles would love that as well. Let's go, dragon time. Orange soda hits. He looks up at me with big sad eyes, and I can't possibly give it away. No. What? Merritt's so real, though. In a real sense, I would give the dragon egg back, but in a story, nah. We're going all the way. We're keeping it. We can take care of it, Zaneri. You're good with animals, and Elveril, you know all about nature. Then we're leaving the city, now. Vit's expecting us by sunrise. We can't be in Heartcliff then. Then let's go. We don't have time to lose. We leave the city in a rush, not even getting our stuff from the Misty Butterfly. We head down the cliffside and charge into the forest and underbrush to cover as much ground as we can. The first day passes and the dragon crawls out of its shell. It flaps its wings for the first time and makes little puffs of smoke, but no fire yet. It's sweet and affectionate and curls around my shoulders as we travel. Oh! We push through the entire day and don't stop to rest until we're utterly exhausted. Eventually, we have to take a break and sleep. Zaneri takes a watch as we rest, and the dragon sleeps on my chest. It enjoys the company of the others, but always returns to me. Oh! We're so cool. I dreamt that night, a fire of flames and ashes consuming. A splinter runs through the entire world. I'm startled out of my dream as the sharp point of a sword presses against my throat. Several masked assailants surround us. Zaneri's mouth is muffled as she tries to wrestle free. Okay, I think just keeping this dragon is just gonna kill us. She tries to wrestle free from the hold of an orcish man even larger than her. Meredith's pinned to the ground, hands behind her back as she's gagged to prevent her from casting spells. That pops out of a tree, twin daggers in hand. Aura, what the fuck were you thinking? I thought you knew better than this. You don't walk out of a deal. The dragon shrinks away from the blade and curls up in my arms. Vet narrows his eyes. Shit, this is why we needed it done fast, before it woke up and you got attached. He gestures to Elveril and two enforcers grab him, a blade against his throat. His charm lies in the melting snow. I don't like loose ends. There's a sharp pain in my side and then a hot rushing liquid. I'm woozy as crossbow bolts fire into my friends. The dragon attempts to let out a gout of flame, but only smoke comes out. It's snatched away from me and I can't even struggle. Something poisoned on the blade. Someone grabs me and tosses me to the ground and I hit the dirt hard. Vit stands over me and shinks his... I'm so good at getting all the bad ends first. I'm the queen of bad ends. It's like, not to brag or anything, but I can get a bad end like nobody's business. Vit stands over me and shinks his blade deep inside me, his eyes cold and calculating. My vision goes black. You gotta get the bad answers, that's true. Fine, we'll bring it back. Boo! But we'll probably still end up keeping it. Just by how the story probably goes. I nod and hold the egg to my chest. We have to give it to Vit. Because we died when we didn't. We made a promise, and Meredith's right. They won't let us go. Whoever will get it and will take care of it, I'm sure. They wouldn't squander that chance. It looks up at me, smoke trailing from its maw. You are right, of course. We should not rescind our deal. She strokes its head one last time, and we make our way back to the salty sea dog. I like that they go with whatever we say anyway. They were like, no, Iris is right. And even in their dying, moments, they're probably still like, you know what? Iris had a point. Vet is waiting for us when we return. He leans back in his chair with his boots up on the table. The gemstone hatched. Thanks for the heads up. I hold the egg out, and he doesn't move at first, just glancing between us. Look at you. You actually did it. If we were a little less lucky, we could have died. And we did die. He shrugs. Our people are good at getting in and out, but that Stratland built that place like a dungeon, so who better than the plunderer than some hardy adventurers? He gestures for me to give him the egg, and the dragon stares up at me with big eyes. He grimaces. We were counting on that staying unhatched until we delivered it. What did you do, drop it? It hatched as soon as I picked it up. Nothing we could have done. I hand it over and Vid examines it. Egg's primarily intact and the beast looks healthy, and I just made a lot of gold. There's a bet if you could pull it off. Thanks for the vote of confidence. He places it on the table as the dragon rocks the egg back and forth. In our end of the bargain. He pulls out 5 bags and places them one by one on the table. There's a heavy clink of coins. As promised. And information about fiends or the Cathedral of Clairvoyance? We've got eyes all around the city. I've asked around. A lot of strange folks come in and out of the catacombs late at night. Every night. You can find an entrance in the city gardens. They run all beneath the city. I'd start my search there. We've had a few strange requests for our services. Magical spell components for powerful summoning rituals we acquired for them. That was only a day or two ago. You're working with them? He shrugs, nonchalant. We help anyone with the coin to pay. None of my business what happens after. As for the cathedral, we don't touch that place, but I do know that no one's got a clear prophecy from a priest in a month. Merrin and I share a glance. We'll check the catacombs. Thanks for the tip. We grab the bags and I check mine, making sure it's all clean, but it looks as promised, shiny gold coins. The bag is heavy and it feels good. Hey, Aura, before you go. The goblin calls after us, and Aura freezes, turning over their shoulder. You did well with this. You can come back around here anytime you want. You know I'd love to have you back here working for me. You're a great thief, and we could use someone like you around. There's plenty of gold in it. More you'd make doing whatever you're doing. They just believe in you. Yeah. I'll think about it. You can keep this life up for long. Mercenary work only gets you so far. With the guild, you get connections and steady pay. We even have your old room. Only one of these lives do you get to retire from. This is what you're made for. When you're ready, come find me. They open their mouth, as if to say something, but close it, and quickly follow us out the door. We head back to the Misty Butterfly. They probably just don't find any, fulfillment in that life. It's been a long night and sunrise is still a while away. The days are getting shorter and shorter. I'm still wired from the events of the night. As I play it over in my mind, my thoughts drift to the dragon, and if it will be okay. I struggle to find sleep, and I decide to take a walk instead of tossing and turning. The plan is to sneak out downstairs and get some water, but as I pass through the hallway, I can hear something. It sounds like crying. There are several rooms in the inn, but I know that room that it's coming from is Merritt's. Oh no, Merritt, don't cry. I knock on the door quietly as I can and whisper their name. Merritt, are you okay in there? The sound stops at once and the door creaks open. She looks exhausted and hastily wipes away tears. Oh, I'm fine. What? I thought I heard you crying. I wanted to check up on you. Their tail swishes back and forth. Eventually they turn and lead me into the room, shutting the door behind us. It is nothing. A silly nightmare. Nothing to get worked up over. They pour us both a glass of water from the pitcher in the room. What are you doing up? Worried that while we're sleeping, they're going to open that portal and we'll have failed. They invite me to sit on the bed and she takes a drink. Hi, Butter! We went on a heist and we got a dragon egg and we had to return the dragon to the Thieves Guild that we were working for because we died when we didn't. But I have a feeling that the dragon has imprinted on us, so it's probably going to come back. That is what my dream was about, of flames and fires and calls from beyond. I think they are getting close. Do you have nightmares often? When I was young, nearly every night, remnant of my heritage, I have theorized. My parents could not understand as both of them were human. The dreams have gotten worse as of late. I do not know how much time we have left. Both of her parents were human? That's interesting. She drains her glass and looks down at the floor. We'll do everything we can. We've got a lead. We'll pursue it tomorrow. Just get some rest. Merritt snorts. Speak for yourself. They look me up and down. Suppose I should thank you for getting me in on that heist. That's more gold than I've ever seen. We're a team now. We do things together, and we needed your magic. A team? Oh, she's blushing. Yeah, we're a team. They flick their tail. Good night, Iris. Oh, I wish her goodbye and head back to my room. I find sleep quickly this time. It's nearly afternoon when we meet next, as we're all exhausted from the late night. We reconvene at our table at the Misty Butterfly and huddle together to talk. We must find our way to the catacombs. I'm familiar with the city guards. I can lead you there. If there are multiple people, we must be cautious. We might be running out of time before they try something. Especially if they've just received important spell components from Nightshade. That would move their timeline up. We need to know where the protective wards of the city are centered. That is where they will attack. One of these people will have the answers. We'll go in disguise. I have magic to cloak us and break our way in. But we can't delay. We need answers quickly. If they get that portal open, Heartcliff will be destroyed. They would need to start evacuating. Good luck convincing them anything is amiss. The crown listens to no one but the prophets. We don't see it coming. Who don't see it coming. I take a deep breath, formulating a plan. Marin and I will infiltrate the catacombs and try and learn what we can. The rest of you stock up on supplies, healing potions, and anything else that will be useful. Are you sure you should go alone? They will not be alone. They will have me. She flicks her tail against the side of the table with her arms crossed. Just be careful. We will be. I am not concerned. We made it through the Stratland Manor, no problem. That's not true. We died twice. But you're right. Vote of confidence. At that, Zaneri's shoulders relax. We will see what we can find. Good luck. You too. During the evening, Marin and I head to the city gardens. I've not been to this part of the city, and it seems like the only place where nature breaks through. You sure about this? I have to be. We'll get in and get out. As we talk, a young man walks by and hangs a flyer up on the post and invites everyone to the winter market tomorrow night. A smile hooks Merritt's mouth as she watches him. I used to go to the winter market when I was younger. They sell delicious hot chocolate. We can go if a hell portal doesn't open and destroy the city first. They shoot me a look. You care deeply about a city that isn't yours. Does it matter? There are innocent people here. It shouldn't matter if the place is home or not. I'll fight for the lives regardless. She hums and considers that. I never thought that a stranger would give a shit. That adventurers would do something without being paid for it. We're not strangers anymore. No, I suppose you are not. Merritt glances around and their eyes flash with magic as they scan the area. Out of curiosity, I just had this thought. Is the MC, can they have any alignment, or do you have like a specific alignment in mind for them? They come up to a statue and trace the engraving on it. It's a symbol of Yumdir. She reaches a hand out, drawing magic from it, and shatters the protective barrier. It shifts, the harsh grinding of stone against stone, and reveals a staircase below. With a glance at me, we descend. Her magic surrounds us as we both turn invisible. We could just try our luck by sneaking through the place. I need direct answers, something we can get through infiltration. Infiltration? What was that? What did my voice do? I imagine them somewhere between neutral good and true neutral. Okay, I like that. It seemed like what they were saying was something that would have to be set in stone for the main character, so it was like the fact that they're a bard, so I was just very curious. Just as Vit promised, we're into the catacombs. The air is stale and oppressive with a heaviness to it, beyond just being underground. And it stinks, the smell growing stronger as we continue to walk through it. It's not just decay, but sulfuric. It reminds me of a dungeon where we encountered Charlotte in the portal. My heart starts hammering in my chest. Are we too late? Two quiet voices are not far from us. Two stragglers are separated from anyone else down here. They look like regular citizens, except for white scarves wrapped across their shoulders. Merritt places a hand on my arm, a silent signal as we prepare to jump them. In 2 easy swipes, I knock out one with the blunt end of my scimitar. The other, I forgot how to say the word again, flinches back as our invisibility drops. Yeah, I wanted to balance the MC's beliefs and personality with what's inherent and what's player choice. That makes sense. She's about to scream for help when Merritt sends a blast of magic towards her, and she collapses. We bind and gag both of them in case they wake up. Once done, I cast a shimmering spell that falls on both of us. We take their appearances. Through the illusion, I can still see Merritt's form, but to anyone else, it will be a projected image. Good. Good that we get to see Merritt and not whoever the fuck she decided to illusion to. They look down at themselves, a shimmer of my magic across their skin. We're ready. After only a minute or two of navigating, we find others gathered. A woman casts a look out at us, and she stands in front. She has a large red stone in her hand. Our illusion must hold up as she turns away, not noticing anything amiss. She looks familiar, but I'm so focused on not being caught, and also what we're about to learn, that I can't place her. Oh, it's that lady from the yeah! Thank you all for coming. This shall be the last we meet before we bring our savior in through the heart of the city and cast down the false gods who would lock them away. She holds up the red gem. Our salvation is at hand. Merritt and I clap along with the others. I'm about to do a risky move, as I have no idea how much the average cultist would know, but we're out of time. And the wards, have they been taken down? She tilts her head and eyes me. That is the final step, child. She knows exactly what to do. She? Her gaze pierces into mine, and I feel a cold chill down my spine. You know your part. What exactly? Before she can finish, I have to think fast. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know if we could just charm them all. I say continue the deception. I'm just so eager to see this through. She nods and gives me a gentle smile. I know, you have all worked so hard for this. She walks through the room, and I wait for her to speak with a bated breath. The torchlight reflects golden in her hair and a memory surface. Wasn't she in the cathedral? Blonde hair, an outfit too cold for the weather? She spoke with the high priestess before we did an intimate moment. She walks straight up to me and I freeze. Merritt shifts nervously beside me, not saying a word. I don't think of myself very clever. I've gotten every bad end on the first... when given the first opportunity. You think yourself so very clever, don't you? You won't ruin this for us. Oh, she scared me. You think I cannot see through your illusions and lies? I don't know. I didn't know. Shit. Whatever you think you are doing, you're too late. The Raven Keeper shall prevail. Magic grows in her hands, and a tiny spark that roars into an inferno. She waves a wave of fire at me, the heat licking my face, but it doesn't touch me. Merritt jumped in front of me, holding a protective magical shield up between us as the flame. What's the plan? I was planning on dying, so... I mean, fuck it, we're here, might as well. Get ready for fight. I drop both my blades and Merritt's hands crackle with energy. This is just a human mage, or not, we can take her. I lunge forward with the blade spinning as the you saying that doesn't inspire any confidence in me, specifically Iris. The cultists descend on us. Merritt sends a crackling bolt that leads leaps from person to person. The cult leader grabs me, holding me up by the throat as I choke and struggle. I plunge my blade into her stomach and she winces, but it doesn't hurt nearly as much as it should. A valiant effort, little hero, but there's nothing you can do. You've already gotten the bad ending again. Sharp claws dip into my skin and I gasp. I falling onto the cold ground of the catacombs. Okay, Iris is very bad at surviving. No wonder she dies in Lord of Lies. Lord of mercy. Merritt screams and a blast of energy rockets through the entirety of the ancient tombs, nearly collapsing the entire structure. That's the last thing I see before slipping into darkness. R.I.P. Look, man, I didn't know. What's the plan? What? Fleeing. We're getting out of here. Scram, come on. I grab my pan flute and send a wave of magic towards the cultists who run after us. They collapse to the ground as they fall into a magically induced sleep. Merritt weaves protective magic around us as we flee. The cult leader gives chase and hurls waves of fire at us. Keep going, I'll get her attention. We're sticking together. I don't want you getting hurt. Merritt casts another magical shield to stop a blast of fire as we speak. I draw my swords and whirl around to stand protectively in front of Merritt. This is just one woman, mage or not. I can take her and buy Merritt some time to get out. I know what you've done. Oh, that was me. I know what you've done. I grip my blades tight. I've stopped one portal that you ruined a woman's life to create. Do you really think a demon lord would be better for your life? They hate humanity. They're monsters. She lets out a genuine laugh, as if there's a joke I'm not getting. She's a monster. I duck and roll as another blast of fire is sent my way. I back up the stairs, my sword pointing at her shakily. I had to pat out my sleeve as it's starting to catch, but not before a surge of pain burns through my skin. Then put me down now. Stop the monster before we've begun. She taunts me, her hands outstretched like a claw. Something deep within me tells me I can't face her alone. An arm with surprising strength grabs me and hoists me up the stairs as a magical barrier protects us as we flee. Somehow... I need a drink. We love the triple dying, really, you know. At least everybody gets to see what not to do. See, I'm actually being helpful, so when you guys play the game, you guys can just breathe on through. Merritt yanks me as we take off deep into the city, panting. Is she following? Not when others can see. We bought some time. Now that the adrenaline is worn off, I feel throbbing pain in my shoulder where the burn is. I wince as Merritt's eyes widen. Fuck, what did I say? You don't need to play the hero. You needed time to charge the spell. I do it again in a heartbeat. It's fine. Avera will take care of it. Not as being like, well, we have a healer, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Well, there's a secret info in the game over, so I think it's good to play through them. Well, that's reassuring. I'm sorry things didn't go as planned. I thought we could get the upper hand. Me too. Just be glad you're alive. She frowns at me, but there's no heat in it. You're pretty amazing with those protective spells. Oh, you my life. The Arcane Academy must have taught you well. At that, they glance at the ground. Actually, it didn't. What do you mean? I never attended. My family couldn't afford it. I wasn't talented enough to earn a scholarship. But why did you say that you went? Because it sounds prestigious and clever, and I wanted you to think those things of me, that I could pretend I was this brilliant scholar and you could respect me for it. I mean, I bought it. I didn't even question it. That's not how you earn my respect. You earn it by showing me what you can do, through your abilities, and that you want to save your city. You don't need to lie. I realize that now. I am sorry. I'm still thinking about the crossover, and Iris's power was that they could detect lies. So, if Merritt had told this lie in the Lord of Lies universe during the crossover, she would have been able to detect it and find out that information sooner. And then, you know, they'd be forced to be like... I was just thinking in my head, and then Merritt would be, like, forced to be vulnerable with them, and they would hate it. But, like, it makes them even closer. Would have caught it. It would be so much fun. Not me, like, thinking about all the fan fictions I can write. I don't care about titles. I'm just glad you're my friend. They take in a shaky breath and they nod with a smile. Oh, I rest against the wall of the alley, the conversation helping distract me from the pain in my shoulder. What is the plan now? The clock is ticking. We need to work with what we have. They're opening it tonight. They have what they need. She mentioned that someone else would take down the wards, and I think it's the High Priestess. She was in the cathedral when we first arrived, and the two of them seemed close. Which means the heart of the city, that's what she said, in the books that we studied and read. As long as the heart of the city stays true, Heartcliff will stay protected. The cathedral was the first building of Heartcliff, the oldest in the city. It's the heart. Merritt helps me to my feet, and I wince as my shoulder still aches. We've got to go. Can you magically contact the others? We're getting ready for the fight of our lives. They cast a spell as we take off running. We meet up with the rest of the party outside the Cathedral of Clairvoyance. The streets are nearly empty at this hour, except for what flies above. Dozens of ravens are cawing and circling the highest spires in a frenzy. Elveril stands beside me and quickly casts a healing spell on my shoulder, the pain receding. With a hurried explanation to the other three, I rush to open the doors, but they're shut tight. Out of the way. I leap away as she bull rushes, and slams them open with her shoulder. I ain't gonna stop you, honey. As the doors open, there's a wave of heat that bursts out, and the crackle of fire within. Smoke billows out and into the night. Elveril, send up a signal. We've got to let people know something is wrong. Gold and green sparkles fly high up into the air to let out a distress signal. Someone is bound to notice and check it out, hopefully the city guards. But we can't wait for them to arrive, and I head inside. Elveril steps up and uses his magic to push our way through the flames. High Priestess Rayla! I call out over the fire as two figures stand against the stained glass window as the back of the cathedral. The leader of the cult, her long blonde hair spilling down her back. In her arms is the priestess whose eyes glow with divine magic, and I notice something else. I know that type of magic. She's affected by a charming enchantment. In a matter of seconds, Rayla collapses in her arms. The amulet around her neck shatters. The stained glass cracks and pours in light, both from our world and somewhere else entirely. Oh, wow! Now you got my attention. I'm so simple, I would die so easily. And as the woman turns, her form shifts. Blonde hair turns black, pale skin turns to a deep red, and horns sprout from her skull, an illusion fading. She holds up a hand, her eyes finding mine. At every altar, kneeling in prayer, are the cultists from the catacombs. They are chanting a ritual, voices joining as one. Their bodies are stiff with magical compulsion. You are persistent, but not too late. Oh, she's an incubus! Iris is weak, and so am I, by extension. What did you do to her? Forced her to do your will and then killed her? I stare up at the priestess's body on the floor. Some people need convincing to do what is necessary. I know that magic when I see it, enchanter. You know all about imposing your will over others through magical means. That's not the same, isn't it? I will not take moral judgment from a similar sinner. I mean, fair. Glasses, rocks, glass house. Behind her, a black claw grabs the edge of the glass and forces its way through. A winged monster with a row of sharp teeth and a back covered in sharp spines, it screeches and tears through. How the fuck do we close that thing? How do we put the ward back? Merritt rolls up their sleeves and their hands crackle with magic. Leave that to me. Will do, babe. Another devil crawls through the portal, then another. We draw our weapons and prepare for battle. Oh shit! It's getting real! Take it slow, attack full out. We're not taking it slow, this is a battle of our lives! Bad End Part 4, here we go. Aura jumps between each shadow and the next to come down hard on one of the beasts with a crack of their quarterstaff. They dodge a claw, rolling away before they knock its legs out from under it. It lands hard on its back, just in time for Zaneri to crush it with her battle axe. Also, I'm loving this so much. She wipes her face from the spray of black blood and swings it again. Each hit a devastating blow. The creature flies. Secret incubus are out. Are you joking? Are you joking with me? Do not joke with me. I'm just joking. Ceiling of the cathedral, but she leaps up on a pew and grabs a foot to force it back down. Twisting roots and briar thorns burst up from the cracks in the floor and wrap around the devils. Elveril's eyes are glowing as he focuses his magic. The thorns dig into the devil's skin as they screech and writhe. Merritt has a circle of magic surrounding their head like a crown as they fire projectiles with each flick of their wrist. One of them is pelted with darts and falls back, overcome by the magical lacerations. With both blades in hand, I strike a heavy blow against the devil that shoves it back. I chase after it and get a deep cut against its wing to stop it from flying away. It snarls at me and lunges with its jaw outstretched to tear at my shoulder. Jeez, leave my shoulder alone! I yank it off but reopen the injury and it burns. As we fight, the incubus floats above us in a column of fire. She sweeps her hand as a wave of flame engulfs the battlefield. Elviriel casts a spell and a water rushes around us to put out the flames, steam filling the room. She growls at him, and another fire bolt hits him right in the chest. Oh no! He stumbles back, catching himself before he falls. Zaneri charges for her, trying to bring her axe down before a wall of flame erupts in her path. Aura sends out a gust of wind as they propel themselves with their quarterstaff to spring across the wall. The flames are flickering just enough for them to get through. They jab her in the stomach as she doubles over in pain, allowing them to crack against her head. She grabs them by the throat and tosses them aside like a rag doll. In one swift maneuver, they hit the wall and crumple to the floor with a groan. Hey, bitch! Yeah, that's how you get her. Maybe in an update. Mary gets her attention and sends a massive bolt of magic her way, but the incubus deflects it with a wave of her hand. I stab one devil and it falls dead at my feet. I glance over my shoulder at her. We've got to take care of her before we can get anywhere near the portal. Oh gosh. The saving. Oh gosh. The saving I gotta do. Not us being on page 4. Assist allies with a spell. Rush into the fray. Nah, we're gonna do a spell. In a swift motion, I sheathe my blades and grab my pan flute. Hell yeah! The sound blasts around us and the devils screech and clutch their ears. They're like, that's so bad! Oh my gosh, the music is awful! We're just playing Wonderwall. Like, into their minds. It gives my friends a chance to rush in and take them down. Mary, you got eyes on the portal? They growl and send a bolt of magic towards a devil that flies at it, tossing it from the air. Need to get closer, can't have these distracting me. I begin to focus my magic on any devils that approach them to keep them safe. Meanwhile, the incubus still casts waves of fire down at us. Individually, we can't get to her alone. I begin to play a song of support, weaving my magic through the air. Zaneri and Aura straighten, invigorated by the spell. They charge the incubus. Zaneri braces, allowing Aura to use her as a springboard to jump at the demon, to grab her to force her to the ground. Zaneri is there waiting with their axe, slamming it down. Hell yeah! While they're distracted, we charge, fast as we... We charge fast as we get closer to the portal. The incubus screams in frustration as a wave of fire blasts out at her as she pulls herself back up to the sky, but it's bought us precious time. The fire around us burns even brighter as the incubus swoops down with another gout of flame. We carve a path to the portal and form a ring around Merritt to protect them. They start to cast a spell. You've done this before, right? She calls out over the din of battle, smashing a devil to the ground. I can figure it out. It cannot be that hard. She's like, I have no fucking clue. I trust her, though. She's probably got better instincts about this kind of stuff than we do. While that doesn't inspire much faith, to you, I do. I still trust them to get the job done. There you go. I stop a nearby devil that tries to charge, cutting it up with my blades. Merritt begins to chat, eyes lighting up with magic as they trace runes in the air with their fingertip. We're clustered together, and the incubus sends a fireball hurling towards us. Elviriel sends a wave of magic and split it in midair. Fire is a natural element, and he has mastery over nature. He redirects it around us. Nice! A ring of fire erupts and traps us. The incubus flies above us and points a clawed finger down. I hold up my blades protectively, stepping up in front of the others. She tilts her head. I could use some help, and I think you would be perfect. Do not say that to me. She turns her gaze to Zaneri. Not my girl. It's either me, but not her. She stiffens and stands up straight. There's the flicker of flame in her eyes as she grips her great axe. Oh, I recognize this. No! No! Zaneri, no! She turns to me, but her face betrays no emotion, like she's looking at a stranger. She winds back into a swing and goes to attack Merritt. This is the worst! I jump in front of her and grab the hilt of the weapon. She's in your mind! Snap out of it! She just wrenches away from my gas and brings the weapon down. Oh my gosh, it's Bucks again! It's just a strong lady with an axe that we can't fight against. I leap out of the way, just barely dodging each swing. The last one will never get out of Wonderland. The last one catches me across the chest, and I fly back with a wheeze. She doesn't pursue and turns to Merritt, who is still casting the spell. Elviriel and Aura get in between her and the wizard, defending them. I glance up at the incubus. I know enough about the spell to know how to stop it. She perches in the rafters, but I have a few tricks. I grab my pan flute and play a driving tune. The incubus clutches her head in pain as my magic wedges into her mind. The connection snaps. Zaneri stops with her axe still in the air. Her chest heaves and she glances at me, lowering her weapon. Are you okay? Yeah, no. A little bruised, but that's okay. It's not... No, don't feel bad, man. It wasn't your fault. I don't care. We're in the middle of battle. I grab her face and kiss her. Oh, okay. This is why we die, Iris. We can't just be making out with our girl in battle. But I support you. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Not your fault. Let's end this. I glance at Merritt. Merritt, anytime now. I have to concentrate. More devils pour through as we fight them off as we can. We're focused on keeping our wizard safe as she completes the ritual. Waves of fire hurl towards us as the incubus is enraged. Her eyes flow red as she shrieks. The heat is unbearable, and I hold up my arm to protect my face. Zaneri grabs her cloak, protecting herself and shielding Alvaril with her body. A force field surrounds the five of us, just for long enough to protect us from the fire. Sweat drifts from Merritt's brow as she tries to do both things at once. The shield drops and they continue to chant, shouting over the battle. She begins to move closer to the portal, and we move as a unit with them. Merritt runs right into the hellfire of the portal, starting to catch fire, but they can withstand it better than any of us could. Alvaril channels his magic to keep them safe, trying to part the fire, but he can't keep it up forever. Merritt ends the chant with a flourish of her hand and yells out in an arcane language I don't understand. In a flash of purple light, the portal begins to shrink. The devils screech even louder, and we keep them at bay. The incubus flies right in, going straight for Merritt. I lunge and jam both blades into her side and slice across her body. Black blood drips on the floor as she hits the ground. Panting as she tries to still cast at Merritt, I step on her arm. The blood of a hero. No, I'm so close. She holds the red gem from the nightshade in one clawed hand and reaches out for me. She slices her claw against my wrist, a few droplets of blood falling onto the gem and sizzling when it touches. The portal flares bright, and I look over my shoulder in panic. No, it's over. I jam my blade into her chest, and she finally falls still. The gem shatters into a million pieces. Just as the portal is closing, I get a glimpse through. There's a pair of glowing eyes as a massive hulking frame waits on the other side. A chill rolls down my spine and mine. Something ancient and terrible has been waiting for a chance to break through and destroy the city. Large, dark feathered wings unfold from its back. Kalgaroth, the Raven Keeper, just as I read about. He's come to try again. But not today. The portal closes and it's all gone. A single raven's feather drifts down and turns to ash when it hits the floor. The rest of the devil has been killed, and none of them can escape the cathedral. Other than the crackling of flames, everything is quiet. You did it. I place a hand on Merritt's shoulder and stare at the broken glass. There are shouts from people outside, as they've noticed the cathedral is in flames. The smoke is getting pretty bad, but Alvaril has been keeping it down that we can catch our breath from battle. It's not enough. What do you mean? Zaneri has her great axe ready, but we're exhausted. We can't take another battle. She destroyed the protective wards. They could try and punch a hole from the other side. Can the High Priestess fix this? The body of the priestess still lies on the altar. I don't even know if she's alive. Merritt bites her lip. Maybe. It would take the power of the divine to do so, and all the priests have been cut off from their god. Too much fiendish interference. Any divine? He steps up as he clutches the... Oh, this is where we get to test if Thelphine will do anything. Thelphine will do anything. I can help. I know protective magic better than anything, but I cannot do it alone. Tell me what to do. She takes him by the hand and leads him through a complex spell. The rest of us stand back and watch. Power thrums between the two of them, arcana and divine mixed in one. The air smells like a thunderstorm in spring. Alvaril closes his eyes and holds his amulet above his head. As he speaks, it's not a language I've heard from him before, like something pouring out of his mouth. When he opens his eyes again, they glow a greenish gold. Merritt waves a protective spell, tracing runes and creating a new ward. It mixes with his magic as the entire cathedral glows with their combined magic. A woman with long hair that spills down to her ankles begins to appear. She wears a soft dress that blows in the breeze. She looks at all of us with a kind but concerned expression, in spectral golden form. Thelphine, his goddess, answered his prayer. Alvaril falls to his knees in front of her, tears trailing down his face. She takes both of his cheeks in hands and gives him a warm smile. With a nod of her head, there's a burst of golden light, erupting with magic, with the power of a goddess behind them. Merritt and Alvaril complete the spell with a final piercing bright light. I shield my eyes, and when it's over, everything looks the same. Did it work? Merritt nods. I don't know how long it will hold, but it will last long enough for them to repair the original wards. They touch Alvaril on the shoulder. Thank you for your help, and your goddess. She was beautiful. Zaneri, I am right here. But yes, she probably was. Alvaril clutches his amulet like a lifeline to his chest. Thank you, Thelphine. Aura wraps an arm around Zaneri's shoulders, and the five of us nearly collapse from exhaustion. Now that we have a moment, I walk to the body of the High Priestess. She looks weak, but there is a ragged rise and fall over her chest. Did you guys ever manage to get healing potions when we split up? Zaneri rushes over to me and hands me an ornate bottle. I tip the contents into her mouth and she regains consciousness. She blinks, looking dizzy and confused. What happened? Who? I feel as though I've just woken from a terrible dream. High Priestess Rayla, you've been under the control of an incubus for weeks? Longer? She used you to break the wards and open a portal to the hells, and she stares at her ruined cathedral, her face distraught and hands trembling. Where is she now? Dead. I killed her myself. The portal is closed and there's a temporary fix for the ward. She reaches for a necklace, her own holy symbol. The gem inside has shattered during the initial portal opening. I have failed my people. I have failed Yumdir. Zaneri helps her to her feet. And you did all this? You saved us? I gestured to all my friends and nod. We tried to warn you, but you were charmed. It's not your fault. It is because I let her get too close. She trails off. We will stay and put the fires out. We can help clean up and make sure everyone is safe. Zaneri's voice is soothing, and she helps Rayla limp towards the center. You have no idea how grateful I am. Let's get you some rest and help. We'll try and salvage what we can here. The important thing is no lives were lost. This time. She reaches out and presses a hand to my forehead with her thumb. Yumdir's blessing to you. Thank you, but it wasn't him to help you. I look at Elvaril. You should thank Thefine and her champion here. Only through her divine magic we could seal the ward again. She nods, processing that. Then I thank you dearly. Zaneri gets... Oh, I kind of missed it blushing there. Oh, what a cutie. Zaneri gets her outside and we fight the fire, getting it put out. The other cultists have either succumbed to the fire and smoke or have woken up confused, delirious, or terrified. We get them out, rounding them up and leaving them for the guards to deal with. Others from the city have come by, supplying buckets of water as everyone helps put the cathedral out. What happens now? I look around the ruined cathedral and the broken symbol of Yumdir. I think we need some rest. And Heartcliff is saved. The portal is closed and demons are locked away. The cathedral may lie in ruins, but the people are safe. High Priestess Rayla explained to the guards that we were the only ones who saved the cathedral, not the ones who destroyed it. They were suspicious of us outsiders, but took her word as gospel. There was no celebration or heraldry for us. Some guards came by the Misty Butterfly and told us to keep quiet about the whole matter. Typical. They don't want the public to know how close we came to destruction, or that a couple strangers stopped something that the crown and priests both did not. The loss of connection between Yumdir and the cathedral is another issue, not to be spread. How could one trust an oracle now if their powers are so faulty? Better that no one ever knows. We were told under no uncertain terms. Merritt had some choice words about that after the guards left, but we had our celebrations, splurging on food and drinks all night to call the terror of the night. We all pile into one room and no one wanting to be apart from each other. Oh. In the morning there's a note left for Aura. I peer over their shoulder as they read it with a frown. It's probably, dude, what is it? It's a symbol, a rune. They let out a breezy sigh. Nightshade is calling. They want me back in. Vit did promise you more work. They throw the note away. If we do anything, we do it together. I'm in it with you, all the way. Ah, good to have you. I think Nightshade is more trouble than they're worth, especially if they were the ones, however, inadvertently, supplying the Devil Woman with what she needed. They give me a playful grin. Nah, I think I'm happy right where I am. They clap me on the shoulder and we grab breakfast. Happy to have ya. There's the winter market the next evening, and we decide to go. It's bustling, crowded with people going about their shopping, voices and laughter floating on the breeze. All these people, they get to go about their lives. They have no idea how close the danger was to taking this all away. Her shoulders are taut. If they knew, they'd be grateful. I know. I thought I was doing the wrong thing sometimes, but we fight and risk our lives for a reason, so that others have a chance at peace. You deserve peace too. Do you really think we can have it? I don't know. It'll last forever, but for tonight, yes. She places a hand on my cheek and kisses my forehead. Then I shall cherish tonight and every night with you, peaceful or not. Ah, that's good. I take her hand as we walk around the market. A group of bards play a lively tune that fills the winter air with cheer. They're playing wonderful. Every bard is just simultaneously playing it at all times. It's the most powerful. Zaneri nudges me. You could play that well, and I have played it well. I laugh. Next time we need gold, I can busk on the street. I would toss you a coin. Wait, that's like, are we like a stripper? Like, the Venn diagram between that is pretty darn close. As we walk, Elveril shuffles a little closer to us. You okay? He nods and smiles at me, still a little overwhelmed. How are you feeling after seeing her? Thank Theffine for us, alright? And you, thank you. He laughs and covers his face. We know, Ziniri. You don't have to keep saying it, okay? I'm right here. I think it's because you all believe in her, even if you don't worship her as I do. We've seen what her power can do through you. I don't know if she's a goddess or a nature spirit or anything, but she was there for us when it counted. And so were you. He walks between us and Ziniri, placing an arm on his back. He smiles and he's not shy at all. We link arms as we continue to walk. Ah! Elveril waves a hand and a protective dome covers us from the snow. Oh, a little bit of magic to stay warm. Merritt and Aura have been laughing together. Oh my gosh, I would pay so much money to know what they're talking about. Together up ahead as they examine wares for sale. There are bright pieces of gaudy costume jewelry. Merritt slips a few bracelets onto Aura, who holds out their arms for review. Not a good look. Rude, Ziniri, wow. They laugh and slip them off, giving a wave to the tender. Merritt falls back from the group and gets in step with me. How are you doing? Reeling from last night, but strangely happy. I'm glad to hear. She gives me a curious look and tilts her head. Now that the threat is over, this is goodbye, is it not? What are you talking about? They hold a serious expression before breaking out into a grin. Relax, I'm just fucking with you. I'd love to stick around. Do not do this to me, Merritt, I love you. I think Merritt's my favorite. Is that bad? She might be my favorite. I think she is. Like, I really like everybody. It's hard to pick a favorite, but, like, every time I speak to Merritt, I just get all like, she's so fun. I love her. If you want me to. Yes! They clear their throat, uncharacteristically nervous. You're a friend, Merritt, and my girlfriend next time. Yes, of course. I was just checking. Yeah. Thanks for the help with the demons in the cathedral and saving the day. Bye! We're not gonna do that. I glance around in case anyone overheard, but everyone is absorbed in their shopping. You're part of the team. Their tail flicks back and forth. It is nice to be a part of a team. She swallows and fiddles with her necklace. This is what I wanted to know. At the cathedral, I asked the prophet if I would ever make a friend. I'm gonna cry. She said that I would, but she was so dismissive, and I could tell she was lying. I used magic to read her thoughts, and she was thinking about how stupid I was for asking such a question. No! And she was stressing about not being able to tell the future. This is how I first realized something was amiss. Well, she was right in the end, but it wasn't because of Yomdir, and it's not a stupid question. I'm glad we met and became friends. Me too. I think I am very happy. They pull me up to the rest of our friends. We walk together down the main road, looking at the market stalls that sell food, clothing, and decorations. So, will you stay in Heartcliff, or are you heading out? She looks at me, but I look at everyone else. I don't know, what do you guys think? Elveril stops by a stall and purchases a few things he needs for his spells. I wouldn't mind staying. Really? In the big city? He shrugs. It's growing on me. I'm sure others need our help, and I wouldn't mind seeing how it changes in spring. Would you be alright with staying, Aura? I know you have a history here. Nightshade isn't gonna come and grab you in the night, right? Nah, they don't work like that. Bad business. I'd be fine staying a few months to get our bearings. Sure, there's a notice board in town full of fun little quests to pass the time. Making sure the cathedral's repaired would be nice. If you leave now, it'll only get colder now that winter is here. Best wait until it warms up. Then we'll stay a few months until winter passes. I'm sure there's work for us in the city, and we can make sure the wards remain in place. And Merritt, you can come with us, wherever we go. They smile, and Elveril puts a friendly hand on their shoulder. I think that would be acceptable. And after? Not sure yet. We'll see where the road takes us. I look up at the falling snow and catch a snowflake on the tip of my finger. I'll just be happy to go anywhere with all of you. I smile at my friends, heart warm despite the cold weather. Ziniri takes my hand and we split from the group. We wander through, browsing the various items on they offer. I have been thinking. I enjoy traveling and fighting, but I want to do more. Things I can do outside of that. Something peaceful. What do you want to try? She stops in front of one stall. There are beautiful landscape paintings. The painter... Oh, does she want to paint? We have seen so many beautiful locations. What better way to remember them by capturing them? That's true. I think that's a perfect idea. Oh, she purchased the thing she needs to start learning the new hobby. Parchment for sketches, charcoal, a few paint and canvases. She picks up a paintbrush and looks it over. I don't know if I'm deft enough to work something so small. You are! You got it! You'll learn, you can practice. You don't need to be a world-renowned painter. Just make yourself happy. Exactly! She beams at me. Then I will try. Perhaps I can draw you as well. Yes, Saniri! Draw me like one of your French girls. Better be flattering. For you, I could do nothing less. Oh. And she kisses me, holding my face ever so gently, and that's how I know she'll have no trouble at all. With her incredible strength, there is softness as well. She knows how to apply both. Yeah. I'm so glad you're here with me. I will always be by your side. My attention drifts off, staring into the crowds as we continue through the streets. There are so many people, with bright smiles all around as they laugh and chat and shop. I people watch for a while longer. I think about how this can only happen because we refused to quit, knowing something terrible was coming and working to stop it. Iris, you coming? My friends have wandered up ahead and I'm rooted in place. I take one last look. Coming! I rush up to join them, the five of us enjoying the night. The end. Aww! For now. That's so sweet! I gotta read chat real fast. This looks so cozy and the music is lovely. It is very cozy and the music is very lovely. The game is very good. Very, very good. And I technically just finished it, but I'm gonna go back through and go through the other characters that I did not romance, because I romanced Zaniri here, love her, but I definitely heavy on Merit, but I'm excited to get to know the others as well. Go Pain, go. Disappeared for a while, but I'm back, no problem. Wait, OMG, that was so smooth, the blushies. Dude, the writing, the flirtatious writing always fucking gets me, man. I'm just like, I feel so talked up. I love it. So we're gonna spend the next half of the stream, because we've only been halfway through it. We're gonna spend the next half going through the rest of them, but I'm gonna take a very quick break real fast, and then we'll be right back to romancing the others. And definitely not me thinking about my other OCs real fast while I'm doing it. Oh, for those who weren't here earlier, I want to share my girl. So I commissioned Gray to put my girl in the cast. So here's Iris. And here's a more specific picture of Iris that isn't with Zaniri. And they're with their pan flute. And they look really good. And then with the girlfriend. And then with the crew. Which I gotta get rid of. There you go. The crew. They're all here. I love them. So if you guys play the game, I would highly, highly, highly recommend commissioning Gray to draw your OC, because this is so satisfying. I feel so cool. And I'm going to do it for my other ones too when I think of them more thoroughly. But we'll figure them out when we come back. So let me go on my break real fast. I'm going to leave the music and this picture of the crew up while I'm gone. And cover my face. Can move. There we go. Don't need to see that. I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. Let me scooch y'all over. Had to get a drink and pee, you know. Okay, so let's jump right back into it. Let's get into it. Do I have names for these suckers? Hell no. Okay, so the order that I'm gonna go in is, I think, gonna be Aura, Alvaril, and then Merritt for last. And my husband in the back there. I just had dinner, and it was so good. What did you have? Well, I think of a name for Aura's companion, which is a lady. I thought a lady would be very fitting for Aura. Beef and bean burritos, hell yeah. And when I thought about, like, their dynamic, I feel like, well, I don't know yet. I have no idea yet. But I know it's a lady, so we'll just work with that. And I think I'm going to give her the name... I don't know why Hera was sticking in my mind. No, I remember who it was. I remember exactly what character I made. I was just thinking about it. Because I was thinking about this all day at work, okay? Like, it might seem like I wasn't thinking about it, but I swear I was making... So it's going to be Aura and Essence. And I was like, that's brilliant. Because this is actually an old-ass OC that I had that I, like, dug up from the grounds that I can't do anything with currently. So I was like, this is going to be perfect. And they are she, her. So, fully. And then an easy Skip-O-Rooney. And they don't mind sleeping in the woods. Essence, they're more of a nature person. We could always save our money and camp out in the woods again. It is a beautiful day out. You lot can do whatever you want, but I will be enjoying a night's sleep without a tree root in my back. Opposites attract, And we're gonna go... What is a liar? Am I stupid? Or Lear? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Am I about to Google it right now? I might just Google it right now. A mini harp? Aww. And then the lute is like a little guitar, right? Yeah. I did Google it. I like the harp for them. It gives them like a really soft vibe. It's lyre. Okay, lyre, like the Greek thing. Cool. I could play the lyre very well, but I'm best with my blades, and I've been studying magic. He's so cool. In this, okay, so they're not a mercenary because that was Iris' whole deal, which makes a lot of sense for Iris, honestly. Thieves Guild will make sense on like, similar backgrounds, or we could just be a straight up clown. Now, you know what? I do kind of like the clown idea though. Ooh, if they're in the circus, does that mean they could be an acrobat? Because that's fun. We love an acrobat. We love somebody very limber. Making OCs is so fun. It shouldn't be illegal. Stay hydrated, everybody. So, acrobat in the circus, hell yeah. There was a monkey who used to perform with me, but we never had had a cause to speak. I'm sure he would have been an excellent conversationalist. Don't make fun of us. I think he was someone's familiar, so he might have actually understood me. But anyway, I guess we should start our investigation. That was an interesting little tidbit, what? And this time, we can go... I think Aura suggested the barkeeper, so that's where we'll go. I remember because I watched the VOD not too long ago. Let's go to the tavern and talk to the barkeeper. Lead the way, we'll be right behind you. There's movement in the sky, and the raven lands on the notice board again and watches us leave. We make our way through the maple rest, finding a large wooden... building that sits in the center. A sign hanging in front of the door welcomes us as the Pale Wood Inn. I creak open the heavy wooden door and step inside. Sorry. The smell of smoke hits me, and I see a hearth fire against the wall. The tavern looks empty except for a dwarven man behind the bar. He nods his head as we enter. He seems to be keeping himself busy by wiping down the counter and reorganizing the flagons. Adventurers, huh? Here for a drink? A room? He has a country accent. Whoops. We were looking to get rooms, yes. It's okay. Essence got some attitude. I could really... that felt real. It's a silver to rent for the night. Yeah! I pay up and get our room sorted with him. I notice Aura examining the kegs behind the bar. And how much for a drink? The barkeeper begins to pour a few cups. Aura glances back at me. Want a drink? Sure. Since you asked. Sure, I'll have an ale. I'll have water. No, thank you. Okay, Essence drinks. There ain't no way that... And not just a water. This is a bar, dog. Go big, go home. They hand me a cup and I take a drink. It's not the best ale I've ever had, but it's passable. The barkeeper swiftly goes back to his duties, completely ignoring us. Actually, we were looking for something else. He gives me a long stare and I have the feeling like he's trying to figure me out. He responds in a flat voice. Dinner is served later tonight. You can come back then. Before he can return to his work, I lean in to catch his attention. We were sent by Francis Fishman. You're Oswald, right? We're investigating Charlotte Fishman's disappearance. It's always something with you adventurers. You can't just pass through town and move on. I haven't seen her, and I told Francis the same. We were just wondering what you knew about her. I don't know her that well. She doesn't come by often. She keeps to herself. But I can't sit here and chat all day. I have a tavern to run. And a fucking cow to lasso, I guess. I glance back at the empty seats and catch my companion's eyes. I get a shrug in return. Looks like it's up to me to deal with him. Right, I just have one last question. Oswald lets out a long sigh. Was she acting differently before she left? He waves a hand. She was asking about Feline about a week ago. That old lady who lives on the corner. Thank you, that helps. He gives me a long look. You know, information is a valuable thing. His gaze drops to where I keep my coin purse tucked away, and I wonder how he knew it was there. He's getting a silver piece. Bitch. I slide a silver piece across the bar. We're stingy, too. Apparently that hasn't changed. Essence and Iris have that in common. Oswald picks it up, examining it. He finally gives me a satisfied nod. I lead my companions out of the tavern. And then we go to Feline's. Oh, wait. Scoop. It's the only thing we have to go on. We head from the tavern and towards the house, and then the town is small, so the walk isn't far. The house is at the last stop of the row, and the house is in town. It looks more than a little rickety. Rude. I can take a look. I feel confident as I eye the building. With my time in the circus, I know exactly how to scale walls and climb. Ooh, we flexible. I have a running start and easily find places to put my hands and feet, deftly climbing to a top. We are definitely an acrobat. Hell yeah, that's so cool. As I approach the top window, I feel energy wash over me. There's magic here, and it's powerful. Aura will appreciate that. Alright, Essence is really winning me over. Is my face that red? I think it's just the lighting. Yeah, it's just... Oh my gosh, the lighting is making me look like a tomato! Frowning, I jump nimbly down and head back to the group. There's magic surrounding the building. Magic was unexpected in a small town like Maple Rest. Let's be careful, okay? We approach the front door and the two ravens land on the fence in the yard. They peer at us in a strange way that sets me on edge, and I think we're back to it. We heard that Charlotte had been asking about you before she left. Did you now? When was the last time you saw her? And why do you care? You're strangers to this town. We've been hired by your husband, Francis, to investigate. She gives me an acknowledging hum. I think about a strange magical energy discovered around her house. She's hiding something, but how do I broach the subject? Oh, okay. Intimidate her, Lord. Speak to her honestly, make something up, intimidate her. I think Essence feels a little more aggressive. Like, they feel a little bit more, like, attitude-driven. So, I feel like Intimidator isn't out of the... Then why, pray tell? Would a simple old lady have such a strong magical aura around her house? She doesn't answer, just takes a long sip of her tea. We need information on Charlotte Fishman, and I believe you have that. We need your cooperation. She meets my gaze steadily. The girl came to me asking about the Arcana. Yeah, this... Okay, so at least we weren't like, tell us, old lady, or we're gonna stab you. I glance to the bar and see Oswald serving drinks. He gives me a curt nod and goes back to work. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like the attention to detail. I'm just glad the room's already paid for and dealt with. We find a table at the tavern. I really like that little detail. That's fun. I love stuff like that. Even if I don't mind camping in the woods while on the road with a threat of imps, I am grateful for the walls around me. Thoughts of the day still swirl around in my head, trying to work out everything I've learned. I try to shake it off. There's time to focus on that tomorrow with the rest of the party. Alright, babe, here we come. We're coming for you. I cross the hall and knock on Aura's door. I wait only a moment before the door bursts open with a gust of wind. I love the bracket flirt. It's every game should have that. Aura's lying languidly on the bed. Couldn't go a night without seeing me. They roll over on their side and I lay next to them. It's quiet for a moment. I stare up at the ceiling and I feel their eyes on mine. What do we get ourselves into here? I don't know. I'm still trying to piece it all together. If I just knew. I feel a poke at my side. Hey! You're thinking too much. Oh, should I be more like you then? Oh, we've got attitude! Okay. Like me? I tap their forehead. An airhead. Get it. Get their ass. I feel another jab at my side. Rude. Or it took my saying. They shake their head with a laugh, and we fall into a comfortable silence again. Unable to stand for that for long, they look me up and down. But I meant what I said about worrying about all of this tomorrow. You should get some rest. I look them over. Their expression is hard to place. It's nice to know you care so much. What, am I not allowed to care about you? You need to be well rested. We're relying on you to crack the case. They laugh and the look I give them. They stretch out, yawning so hard their eyes water. I forgot how much I miss sleeping in a bed. A bedroll cannot compare. Let's stay in taverns for the rest of our journey. Okay, if you pay for all of them. It'd be convenient if there was a tavern waiting for us at every day, after every day of travel. If we lived in Heartcliff, there would be. You want to live in the city? They shrug and glance over at me. I thought about it before. Before? Before this. They gesture vaguely in the air, motioning to the other rooms where our friends are sleeping. They seem to want to add something, but they cover it with a grin. But I like this. Me too. They shift so they're facing me, and raise a hand. They brush a stray hair off my face. Their fingertips just ghosting my cheek. Their eyelids are heavy-lidded before they close entirely. Their breathing deepens, and before I know it, they're asleep. Oh. I can't help but laugh and carefully move their arms so I could slip out of their grasp. I spare one last glance at them before heading back to my bed. Sleep thankfully finds me just as quickly. That's a cute scene. I like it. I like that they just went... But when you're really comforted around other people, it's easy to fall asleep around them. I feel a kick underneath the table. You've got your thinking face on. It's cute. Alright, I'm liking how much Aura's flirting. I really like it. I like a good flirt, okay? When you try and flirt and you pass the fuck out. Me. Thinking face. When you've just figured something out. There's something in the way they look at me. They look proud. I let out a breath. She has to be nearby. Just play it cool, play it cool. Ziniri looks up at the sky. Winter will be here soon. We should make our way to Heartcliff so we're not out in the wilderness when it arrives. Leaves crunch beneath our boots. Can we just wait a moment? I want to ask the local wildlife if they saw anything. I don't know why that was different, but I'll take it. I take out my little harp. Lyre. I think that's how you pronounce it. No, it's lyre. We established that. My bad. Lyre, begin to play. I can see threads of magic weave through the air towards it. Different because it was Ziniri's flirt scene. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Go to sleep. Be still. Yeah. And then I gotta remember the right choices so I don't have to redo this. Use magic, pull them out of the way, let it hit them. What happens if we okay, I just said I was gonna do the same thing, but I want to see what will happen if we use magic. I don't think I'm ever gonna be like, let it hit them. That's mean. That's mean. Magic surges through me and a spectral hand shoots forth. It tries to stop the trap, barring the door. It gives Aura time to jump back before the door burst open, blasting my magic aside. A slicing blade swings down and just nicks their arm. Aura grits her teeth, taking a few more cautious steps back. Elviriel steps up beside them, his hands already glowing with magic. It's not a bad cut. You don't need to do anything. His brow pinches together in worry. Please, I'm your healer. Let me help. They begrudgingly offer their arm. Elviriel's hands shake as a swirl of pink magic dances between their fingertips and seeps into their skin. He lets out a tired breath as the cut closes up. Are you okay? They nod, but they're surprisingly quiet. Are you sure? They glance up at me, leaning on their quarterstaff. Yeah, it's just... They scuff the floor with their foot, a sudden cold breeze whipping around us. I feel stupid, I guess. I should have realized it was trapped. Mistakes happen, but it's nothing we can't fix. I just don't want to let you guys down. No, you're not! Bitch. Just get mean. Thank you. I mean, we nicked you this time and we could have just pulled you out of the way, but, you know, I wanted to do something slightly different. Their fingertips brushes along the back of my hand in a soothing gesture. I think I'm lucky to have you guys around. You think? They click their tongue in a playful exasperation. I see them try and fight back a smile. I know I'm lucky. Their gaze lingers on me for a moment longer before they step back. Everyone ready? Not me. I'm not ready for this. Through the chaos of battle, I get a glimpse of my companions. Aura moves so quickly that the ground has no purchase beneath them. A swirl of dust kicks up as they move, a living tornado. I'm lucky to have met you all. Same to you, Zaneri. Elveril finishes his spell, looking weary. He smiles quickly to cover it up. Thank you. She pats his arm and he smiles. Aura sits beside her and nudges her. Zaneri gets to her feet and dusts off. Looking around the dungeon chamber, I look at all the imps that are scattered across the floor. Oh, absolutely. I don't know what this is in response to. There's a searing pain and I cry out. Oh, absolutely not. In a blink, Aura is beside me. They grab my waist, holding me close. The searing heat is allayed for a moment as a gust of wind kicks up around us. It's a welcome cooling breeze. You're not getting away from me that easily. I wasn't trying to. They crack the staff down as hard as they can onto the hand. It's enough of a distraction for me to pull free. I wrap my arms around them, grateful for their presence as the hand retreats into the portal and begins to crumble and break. Nice. Feels good to get just wooed. Are we gonna lie again or tell the truth? I want to just see what happens when we tell the truth. We should tell him what... And I feel like Essence would just be like, I don't give a fuck about Charlotte. And she should feel bad. And we should tell her husband. We should tell him what Charlotte has done. It should have the information so he can make his choice from there. You're right. We can tell him and then it's out of our hands. It probably won't be an easy conversation, but we have your back. It's fair that he gets the real version of events. We'll follow your lead. And Aura agrees, so we're doing the right thing. Ahead of us, Charlotte is heading straight for the town. It's been a harrowing journey, but everyone is safe now. We found Charlotte in a nearby dungeon. Francis looks at her with worry, stroking her hair. There's a group of devils attempting to build a portal from the hells there. His eyes go wide and frightened. Devils? Here? And Charlotte. She sucks in a breath and closes her eyes. Charlotte was helping them. For a long minute, he doesn't react. His brow is furrowed. What are you talking about? The nightmares she's been having were coming from a devil. It granted her magic in exchange for her opening the portal. It requires a blood sacrifice. I gestured to my friends. We were planning to be the casualties, but she had the change of heart and broke off the connection to destroy the portal. She did the right thing. Francis stands very still and doesn't look at Charlotte when he speaks. Is what they're saying true? She nods after a long pause. I can't believe it. I'm gonna clear my head. I need time to think. Yeah, fair. The tension is heavy in the air. I am grateful you saved me from my fate. Do not forget that. She glances towards her home. You said my husband promised you 80 gold for my return? Yeah. And that's all they got. We're still accepting the money. We'll refuse it next time, but we ain't doing it this time. Nah. We taking that money. She gives him a nod and heads inside. Only a few moments later, she returns with a heavy coin purse. She tosses it to me. I've seen plenty of adventurers come along Champion's way, many brash and arrogant, who think the world should bend to their will, many who would have cut me down without a second thought. Of all the adventurers who have come, I'm glad it was you. She leaves before I can respond. I stare at the closed door. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Pull Aura aside. I can feel their eyes on me before I turn and look. They rest their chin on their hand. How about you and me step out for a minute? I'd like that. Oh, mutual flirting. Love this. Okay. Get a room, you two. We say goodnight to the other two. Zaneri is just finishing up her drink. Alvaro looks exhausted and is curled up against her. Oh, resting his head on her shoulder. That's so cute. Aura lifts their arm around through mine, and we step out in front porch of the tavern. The night air is cool, and I take a deep breath. Another adventure complete. You did good. You did too. They laugh and shrug. I try. They scuff the floor with their foot. I learned I need to disarm every door we break into. Good lesson to learn. They smile good-naturedly, but I don't miss the self-conscious scratch at their neck. I lean against them, cold night breeze blowing in. My arm winds around their waist. Ooh. Me. This is how you seduce everyone. And honestly, it's working. You know, I was so used to working alone, but it's nice to have people looking out for you. Funny how that works. We all help out. We couldn't have done this without you. I see them fight back or retort. Yeah! You said it. I meet their gaze. Don't think I didn't notice that. I grin and play along. Notice what? They shake their head with a laugh and pull me closer. They reach up and their knuckles just grazing my cheekbone. I think about them in battle and how gentle they're being now. All I notice is how much you want to kiss me. Fucking yeah! Hell yeah! That's what I like to hear right there. And they do. Aura pulls me into a deep kiss, their slender hands having a surprisingly strong grip around my waist. Damn you, Automod! You want to kiss me so bad it makes you look stupid. Yeah, they're so cute. I'm gonna be out of so much money commissioning all my OCs. I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna be on the fucking side of the corner with like a little cup and like a coin in it. Spare change! Aura pulls me into a deep kiss, their slender hands having a surprisingly strong grip around my waist. I'm being normal, guys. It's okay. They kiss me breathless and trail their lips along my jawline. Oh, get a room! Go inside that tavern right now. Kiss me again, won't you? I oblige them and their feet lift off the ground as the wind carries them up and I just hold on tight. Not them kissing in the sky, too. Nasties, both of them. I enjoy the outdoors and sleeping under the stars on warm summer nights, but not like this. I tuck my hands beneath my legs to stay warm. Plumes of smoke rise into the air, my eyelids are heavy, yawning. I shake myself to stay awake. Fuck, how many more hours until I wake Aura for their shift? I glance over at them, curled into a ball and clutching their pillow. They're heavy sleepers, so I'll have a challenge in rousing them. Just give them a little kiss. And we're used to big cities this time. With city girls rise up. Get a room. Yeah, they're so like blatant. I kind of love it. I feel like they're the kind of people to be like outwardly flirting with each other and like doing PDA in front of the rest of the party. And the party's like, hey, like, get out of here. Get out of here with that mess. They're so disgusting. I love that for them though. Good on them. Okay, we use the illusion magic. Will we die if we fight? No, let's just fight. Have your weapons ready. If they're looking for a fight, we'll give them one. Yeah, fuck them up. Zaneri and Elverhill start making out as revenge. Not the making out. And then Merritt's just like... I know Merritt's not here yet, but this behavior will continue even when she's here. I stand up in my scimitar sheathed. As I stand in the middle of the road, the bandits stop, one coming forth with the blade drawn. Hold there. This is our territory and our road. Continue. You have to pay the toll. This is a public road. We owe you nothing. You should all just continue on your way. He glances over to the others and shrugs, flashing a cocky grin. No, we'll get our gold one way or another, even if we take it off your corpse, or I take it off of yours. I draw both blades with a flourish. You won't get the chance. Oh, we're so cool. Merritt's like, hey, don't leave me out. No, we'll bring Merritt in. The whole party is just one huge polygamous relationship. Zaneri's eyes are bright as she charges, just fighting. I'm gonna skip some over the fighting. We're kicking their ass. You're the luckiest man on the road today, do you know that? You know why? He swallows hard, a heavy bob in his throat that's ever so close to the edge of my blade. Because if we were a different sort of adventuring party, they'd kill you without a second thought. But you were lucky enough to run into us, so we're just gonna knock you out and take your shit. Yeah. Let's go! We're so cool this time. Iris is just stumbling through life with a hot girlfriend. Essence has taken full control. Zaneri and Aura and I examine what they had on them. There's a decent amount of food, a little gold, and heavy winter clothes. Essence is badass! Yeah, I guess you have to be with Aura, I feel like, because they're badass, so... Leave the clothes, they'll freeze without them. We'll take just enough food to supplement our rations until we get to Heartcliff, and all of the gold. It's not even theirs. You're right, he was lucky. They do Dude, us two, we'd be running this shit. Running it. I spare one last glance at the bandits before turning to the road ahead. We should go before they wake. We leave hastily on the road again. Power couple for real, I love it. That's what I was trying to say, but I forgot the term. As we walk along the road, I feel a nudge at my side. We should double up on watch tonight. I'd like that. I'd like that very much. Easier to stay awake. There are only 4 of us, and we each take 2-hour shifts. How does that even... They shoot me a look and slip their arm around mine. We just haven't had a moment alone since Maple Rest. I miss you. You want to kiss me instead of keeping an eye out for the wargs or things that'll eat us in the night? Keeping watch is so boring. It'd be more fun if we were together. I mean, you're right. You're right. Me. They bump their shoulders against mine, their smile playful. How about this? Once we get to Heartcliff and we're safe, I'll take you somewhere nice. Okay? Ooh! I'm holding you to that. You should. And hey, I take their hand. I'm still here, okay? Don't think I don't notice you. It's kind of hard to miss you. They give me one last smile and drift over to Elveril, the two talking animatedly, laughter in the breeze. That's very cute. I love that. I notice Aniri has been watching us. She slows her pace to match mine. What is it? I'm happy for you. You and Aura are a good match. I care for you both and want to see you happy. That's good, Zaneri. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I sneak a glance at them, fallen leaves swirling around their feet as they walk. They make me happy. Zaneri lowers her voice, lips tilting up at the corners. They had mentioned certain feelings for you even before we arrived in Maple Rest. I'm glad they were reciprocated. Not Aura, like, thirsting after us. Okay. I'm loving it. They are literally blue and they are hard to miss. I didn't want to say it. Are you going to tell me never to hurt them now? She chuckles. I don't need to tell you that. Aura's a fanciful one who could use that talk, but you ground them. I think they need that. Do we? I feel like we just play into all of it. She gives me a fond look as I take that in. We walk together at a comfortable pace. I guess out of the two of us, Essence is the more grounded out of the two. Like, our travels continue and by early morning we're at our destination. Elveril is in the same boat and stays close to Zaneri as he watches the city pass in awe. Perhaps we should get out of the streets? Perfect. There's this bar a few blocks away that sells the best ale in the city. Nice and quiet, too. We're on a mission, remember? We gotta get to the cathedral. Fuck, forgot about that. I sigh and gather myself. Let's head to the temple district. Wait, what was the question? How do I know Essence? Do you follow the divine? We still don't. No, we don't do that. It's never been my path. Or I can also float, so hard to be grounded. Are they an air sign? What are their signs? Okay, this is important. Because I feel like Iris is an earth sign. I don't know. I feel like Iris gives very, like, Taurus energy. Maybe Virgo? She could pass for a Virgo, too. She's not that shy, though. I think Taurus is a little bit better for her. I need my cheat sheet. It's okay, take your time. I was just thinking about it. And then Essence is very fire sign. So if Aura's, like, air or something, then, you know, like, they're, like, really feeds into that. I think Essence is a little bit more aggressive. Essence feels very, like, Aries energy to me. I mean, honestly, they could be an air sign, too. I'll have to think about it. Yes, I care about this shit. I really do. Yes, she's our leader. I nod. Yeah, we'll meet up tomorrow morning for breakfast. I sneak a glance at Aura. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to spend time with them. They meet my gaze and give me a wink. Okay, the flirting is insane. It's like on fire. We'll catch up with you later. I've got a hot date. Oh, you'll also hit all the pronoun options that are different too. Oh, okay. Zaneri just chuckles and places a hand on Elveril's shoulder. Oh, that makes sense. I was like, why is it just stopping on random shit? But, okay, that makes complete sense. I didn't even think about that. Just chuckles and places a hand on Elveril's shoulder. Very well, we can explore some more. Just be careful. If we can handle monsters and demons, we can handle a crowded city. Do not worry so much. I love that expression that Zaneri has with the cocked eyebrow. I fucking eat it up. I miss her. I watched them head off. They'll be fine. We need a way to communicate over long distances. That will be a mission some other time. They look me up and down. Stop doing that. You good? Just worried about all of this. Hey. They slip their hand into mine, drawing me close. We'll figure this out, okay? We're in this together. They sneak a kiss and I can't help but smile. Now, there's this excellent pub I told you about. How about I take you there? Get some food and drink in you. That sounds good to me. They take me by the hand and pulling me through the streets. They are very fast, and we're in a jog. I mean, you're fast too. Just get it. They navigate through the thick crowds with ease, unconcerned by anything that's happening around us. I just hold on tight. They bring me to a pub by the wharf, the Salty Sea Dog. Charming. It's got a fair few customers, mostly sailors, who look like they just come up from the docks and are grabbing a drink. Aura grabs a table, pulling out my chair for me. Ooh. With a wave of their hand, setting a blast of wind, but it's too strong and it knocks the chair over. Shit, that was supposed to be cool and romantic. It's okay. You get points for trying. Exactly. I pick the chair up and take a seat. It smells like stale beer and salt water. This is the nicest pub in town. Nicest for me. Listen, when I'm rolling in the riches, I'll take you to the fanciest place I can find, alright? I don't care about the place. I just like being with you. They're taken back, scratching their neck. Yeah? I lean across the table and take their hand. Yeah. They're both, like, giving initiative, and I love that it's just, like it almost feels like a competition for who can flirt with the other the hardest, and that is so cute. I'm gonna die. She's so smug when it comes to Aura. I want it! You want a drink? Yeah, I do. Cheers. Aura orders and then she glances at me. There aren't a lot of choices. It's pretty much ale or water. Ale it is, bitch. But water for me. I'll have an ale, thank you. She brings us our drinks and we sit and enjoy ourselves while the chef prepares some food in the back. It's weird, being back in Heartcliff. They look around the pub. Here especially, I spent a lot of time here. They chuckle as if to a private joke, bringing back a lot of memories. Good ones? Mix of both. Good, bad, and ugly. Didn't think I was ever coming back. Are you alright being here? You suggested this is where we could go after Maple Rest. They waved me off. I'll be just fine. Might run into an old friend or two, but then we can just catch up, right? Nothing wrong with that, yeah? They look a little distant, but quickly put on a smile. Our food comes. It's fried fish and roasted potatoes. That sounds so good! It's not the best, but it's delicious because I'm starving. Fish and chips! Once we're done, we figured we should probably head back to the inn where we'll all be staying. And then we're back. I still don't want to tell the city guard. The next person will tell the city guard. I ain't doing that. We could share a room to save gold. Are there rooms with multiple beds? Most are already taken. Yeah. Aura nudges me. I don't mind sharing if you don't. We definitely don't. That's so their vibe, yeah. I turned back to the innkeeper. We'll take a room with 2 beds and a double. She nods and marks that down. Alvaro glances at Zaneri with a smile. Ready to be roommates? I'm glad I didn't want to bunk alone. Aww, they wave us and head to their room. Aura slides next to me. Wanted alone time with me, We just spent the whole afternoon together. Yeah, in tavern with other people. Now it's just you and me. Come on. They float up the stairs, pulling me along with them. They're just showing off at this point. The room is cozy. There's a hearth that's keeping it warm and washing area off to the side. Aura flops down on the bed in bliss. This is exactly what we needed. This is what we could afford. Barely. They glance away, starting at the cackling fireplace. I wash away a week's worth of travel and switch off with them as I dry by the fire. They provided comfortable robes and I lounge in mine. When Aura is finished, they shiver, hair still damp and goosebumps raised across their arms. I'm freezing. Oh, come here! No. Come to us, not the fire, Essence. Come on. They shrug. Or you can come here. Get me in there, okay? I would be doing a Essence, step it up. Taking the bait, I join them on the bed and place a hand on their arm. Put you in, coach. Yeah, tag me in Essence. I'll do the work. It's okay. The fan fiction, that's just going to be the whole fan fiction now that in my head. It's like it's just going to be them competing to who can flirt the most. I'm so ready. Their skin is cold, and I run my fingers through their hair as it stands up all spiky. They laugh and flatten it out, a gust of wind swirling around them to dry it. That must be so handy. Pulling them close, I grab an extra blanket and toss it around their shoulders. They keep a close eye on me, amused, and lift an arm to allow me to cuddle in close. I cup their face and kiss their cheek. They glance down, brows drawing together. Everything okay? Nodding quickly, they take my hands. Everything's perfect. Come here. I feel like you're lying, but I'm still going to. Taking my chin, they lean in to kiss me. I don't mind their chapped lips as they crawl into my lap. We fall back onto the bed together. This is a smart way to keep warm. Hell yeah. Again, like, okay, Zeniri and Iris were being so, like, mom and dad about it. Like, they were just like, oh, we're just cuddling in bed, you know, having, like, little kisses while everybody else is in the room. And then Aura and Essence are just like, no, making out in front of everybody in the room. Like, have some decency. Okay, well, we didn't flirt. We missed that chance to flirt, so we're holding them. We're not being... I would like to be held, but Essence, you should have been quicker. So now we have to take the initiative because you've dropped the fucking ball. I roll them over and I sling my arm around their waist and pull them flush against me. That good? They hum contented and nestle into my arms. Could get used to this. We should buy tents for our next camping excursion and a bedroll big enough for two. Sure, once you get the gold to do so. It's a flippant comment, but they go quiet. Night, Songbird. Oh, I chuckle at the nickname. Cuddling up with them helps me find sleep easily. I like birds. When I wake, it's to a cold bed. No! Rolling over, I realize in my sleepy days that I'm in an empty room. The fire is embers, and the minuscule light peeking through the curtain tells me we're not even close to dawn. Aura? I ask, voice hoarse from sleep. Are they bathing? I stumble out of bed, checking around the room. I'm about to gather a search party when the door swings open. What are you doing up? What are you doing up? Elviro Cancer makes so much sense. Merit Leo makes sense. Zeniri Capricorn also makes sense. Oh my gosh. And Aura Aries. Bro, stop. Stop. This is perfect. This is perfect. Lawrence is Capricorn. So Zeniri and Lawrence, oh my god. They would get along so well. So that makes sense if Iris is an earth sign. And then I already said that Essence was giving Aries energy, so if this is two fucking Aries together, that's insane. They're gonna go crazy. Like, yes, doing that. Elveril works perfect in mind for the OC that I have in mind, and then Merit also as well. I mean, even though we already decided dumb dude for Merit, so like, what are you doing up? What are you doing up? Yeah, that's what I said. Morning workout, going for a run. Gotta beat the sun. Damn, okay. They flex and give me a playful wink. Alright, Shay, relax. I gotta keep in shape for you now that I'm both your fighting companion and admirer. Ooh, I like that. I like when somebody says you're my admirer. Does that make me... Okay, maybe I'm a bit of a... What's the word? Maybe I'm a bit conceited, but I like that. I'm about to give that to my husband. I'm gonna be like, can you just call me... Refer to yourself as my admirer, your Joy's admirer. But I don't play their game and take a seat with crossed arms. Something tells me they're hiding something. No, where were you, Aura? They shrug and glance away. We'll talk about it when we're all together, alright? Don't worry, let's just get back in bed. We have an hour or two left before breakfast. Nasty! They crawl into bed, their hands setting on my thigh. Not on the thigh? Okay. What's going on? You were quiet last night, and now this. You know you can talk to me. They pull their hand back and sigh. Just like I was saying before, heart cliffs bring back a lot of memories. They suck on their teeth, hesitant. I spent a lot of time in other people's beds. It was fun, meaningless, a good time, not a long time. That was fine with me, but I don't want that with you. I'm not going to share a bed with you and then never talk to you again. I take their hand. Before you were my partner, you were my friend. That doesn't change. That's true. I rub my thumb against their hand. Partner? Yeah, unless you'd like a different word. I like it. Sounds like we're partners in crime. Suits us. It does! It really does! They sneak a kiss and we cuddle together again. Well, you've gone and woken me up, so you have to stay here until breakfast. And you have to tell us about where you snuck off in the night to. They place a hand over their heart. I promise, thief's honor. I just laugh and fall asleep to the sound of their breath. When we wake again, we get changed and head downstairs to meet our friends for breakfast. Dude, they have such cute scenes. Their dynamic feels so natural. Yeah, no, we're still not letting you get away with it, Merit. That was rude. Oh, wait, my bad. Do I finally get to know where you snuck off to last night? They shoot me a guilty smile, nudging my leg beneath the table. I was taking a stroll, as you do. You never strolled in your life. You walk way too fast. I have places to be and places I went to. An old connection felt nostalgic. I like that. I like that a lot. And then this is the same. Yo, Essence and Merit would probably actually go at each other's throats every once in a while, though. Like, two, like, badasses in one area. But eventually they would come together, you know? Like, it wouldn't take too long, and then they would start, like, actually being friends. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna cry. I'm having so much fun. Wait a sec. Isn't this where you took me drinking? They shoot me a guilty look. Ugh. During the daylights, it's a perfectly respectable establishment. Such a romantic. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're like a sitcom couple. Love that for them. Let's cast a charm spell this time. I pull out my lyre and play a few notes. Good morning, can we play you a song? What? No, go peddle yourself elsewhere. But I'm already playing and interwoven with the music as a spell. Their head tilts to the side. That's lovely, actually. We really must be going. Of course, I'll let you right in. They open the gate and we quickly head on through. We're so cool. And now we're going to be extra cool because we're going to do everything right this time. And that was just the lyre. And then we're gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna check the floor was better than check the door. Nice, nice. We'll bring it back to Vent. And then we will... What happens if we charm them all? Through the illusion, I have just enough time to grab my lyre and play the first few notes of a charming spell. We're dedicated to the cause. We just want to see this through. When will she be breaking the wards? My magic flows through the cultists in the room, piercing their minds. The leader's head tilts and she gives me a soft smile. I know how hard we've all worked for this. I know you all have worked so hard for this. She walks through the room and I wait for her to speak with a bated breath. Yeah, no, I don't think myself very clever. It's okay, don't worry. And then we flee, bitch. Bitch affectionately. And attack all out. Yeah, yeah. And we'll just keep assisting. We ain't got the warrior mindset yet. Oh, okay. And then now Aura's being taken over this time. Anticipate the move and grab the staff with my hand. It stings when it makes contact. I shake my head out with a gasp. Get her out of your head, Aura. They don't blink as they whip their staff back and jab it at me next. One catches me in the knee and my vision goes white in pain. I wince and I dodge the next one, drawing their attention away from Marit. They're far quicker than I am, and I don't want to use my blade, but they keep coming at me. A hand hits my side and I crumple and they shove me on my back. I slide across the floor, rolling and getting back on my feet. As they charge me, I get low and tackle them and try to pin them down. Come on, I need you back. They elbow me in the ribs. In response, as they take off towards Merit, leaving me doubled over in pain. I glance up at the incubus. I know enough about the spell to know how to stop it. And then I think some of this. The incubus clutches her head in pain as the magic wedges into her mind. The connection snaps. Aura stops, currently pinning Alvaril to the floor. Poor Alvaro. While Zenari takes the moment to yank them off of him. Put me down, it's me! Panting, they shake their head and rub at their temple. Shit, Essence, I'm sorry. I place a hand on their cheek as I rush by and then yank them along to get back to Merit. It's okay, it wasn't you. We gotta end this. I glance at Merit. Merit, any time now. I have to concentrate! Poor thing. She's trying! Besides, they pull me into a hug and hold me tight. I don't need anything else. Who cares about the gold as long as I'm with you? Aww. They kiss me, we just cling to each other, still reeling from last night. And then the winter market. She wraps her arm around my shoulder in a friendly squeeze as we take in the market. A group of bards play a lively tune that fills the winter air with cheers. Zenari nudges me. You could play that well. I laugh. Next time we need gold, I can busk on the street. She still says she'll toss us a coin? Okay. Nice. Hora loops their arm around through mine to lead me away from the rest of the group. Are we going on a secret mission? Another heist? Gods, I hope not. I've turned over a new leaf. You sure? Well, maybe for you. It was thrilling, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, we didn't die this time, so it was pretty fun. Your idea of a good time? Any time with you is a good time, Songbird. Same to you. We duck behind a stall so they can kiss me properly. Damn! And they've kissed so many times. I am not making this up. Like, they're like teenagers. What have you done to me? I don't know. They laugh and shake their head. Never thought this was for me, this kind of relationship. They can't keep their hands on me. I know! It's like, whoa! Good on them, though. I love that for them. But I want it to last. My partner in crime, or just my partner in anything. I kissed them again to seal the deal. You won't be rid of me easily. I don't want to be rid of you at all, even when you snore at night. Okay, rude, you probably do too. Hey! They laugh and lead me back to another stall. Aww. Alright, what can I buy you on this cold winter night? You don't have to buy me anything. Why not? I'd love to treat you. And now that I'm flush with coin, I can take you to the finest place in town, for real this time. We'll dine at the castle itself. After we break in. That's our evening entertainment. They're so fun! See, this is what happens when two Aries get together. Aries are just fun. Merritt's not the only one with horn. You said it, not me. They eventually settle on a warm scarf and sling it around my neck. Oh, they take both ends and yank me in for another kiss. See? Horny. Smiling against my lips. I drape it around them too, keeping them warm on this cold night. My attention drifts up. They're like that, okay, and I don't really like these people, but this is just true to character, is, you know when you're at an amusement park and you've got that couple in the line and they're like constantly touching each other and like kissing and like fucking, you know, just being in the way and being in love and gross? That's them. That's them. And I'm sorry. It is what it is. Meanwhile, that's absolutely them. No. Whereas Zaneri and Iris are like moms. They're like, you know, parents. Like they have to like take care of the rest of the group, you know, to go grocery shopping and shit. Like, and that's good for them. There are so many people with bright smiles all around us as they laugh and chat and shop. I people watch for a while longer. I think how this can only happen because we refuse to quit. Oh, yeah. That's such a nice, like, really line at the end. So the Essence and Aura route was just fun and flirty the whole damn time. Good for them. Love them for that. Who was next? Alvaril? Okay. So Alvaril is my sweet baby boy. And so I need to give him a big burly man. I've had this planned. I've had this in my fucking... It was like the first OC I thought of after Iris. I was like... Because I really like Alvaril, and every time I talked to him, I was just like, you know what you need? You need a dad. You need a daddy. So I don't know what I'm going to call him, though. And I don't... I think hard. I can't think of good names on the spot. Fuck. This is important. Okay, let me sort through in my head of good names. I have some notes on my phone. I always have like a list of good names that I like in case I ever need them. I need to actually add to it though. Not Tide. Tide is a baby. Tide would be like with Merritt. Like that's Tide's type, is like a woman who could tell him everything to do. Alvaril and Tide would just die. Not Tide. I'll do Tide for Merritt, but I'm not doing it for Alvaril. Tide Senior. Not Tide Junior. Tide the First. Tide would be with Merritt for sure. He likes witches who are mean to him. Yeah. Look, I promise I'll do Tide, but I'm only gonna do it for Merritt. So in the meantime, I gotta do dude for Sterling. That was the first name I saw. I don't know who the fuck Sterling is, but I guess it's this dude now. Edit Trafton. Trafton. The original Trafton. That could be fun, Lacey. We could work with that. We could really work with that. I will do Trafton for Merritt. 1000%. I've got it planned. I've got it planned. Because here's the thing, I gotta commission these later because I'm gonna want them like really bad. So I want to like design like a very specific character for them, and I don't really want to have to recycle other OCs I have. But I'm loving it. Trafton for the win. Trafton prevails. Let's go. I don't mind sleeping in the wood. Okay, yeah, this guy also doesn't mind sleep. And if he's romancing fucking Elveril, yeah, they're gonna be like woodsy people. They're gonna be like enjoying nature and shit. Please make our Lord Trafton a paunchy little fella. What does paunchy mean? Why is everybody so smart? I don't know words. It is a beautiful day out. You're beautiful. Give me the reins. And we play the lute. Chubby, like chubby. Oh, okay. A little paunchy little fella. Aw, for Merritt. I think Merritt would like that. I could play the lute very well. But we're playing Sterling. This isn't Trafton time. This is Sterling time. And Sterling plays the lute. Having a large or protruding belly. Oh, like Genzo! I'm so down bad, it's insane. I'm just like, I die. I die when I think of him. I get so happy. I will wait patiently for Trafton. It won't take long, trust. But I'm best with my blades and I've already been studying magic. We Sterling now, and apparently we're part of the Thieves Guild. No, he feels mercenary to me. Let's do mercenary, and then Trafton will be the Thieves Guild, because why the fuck not? So, more mercenaries, let's go. We're back in Wonderland, damn it. We can never escape. We can never escape. And we'll go to the baker this time. And I know we've already done the baker. And say no thanks. More for Elveril. No thank you. I'll pass. He nods, withdrawing the box. Can I get another if he's not having one? No, it's for Elveril. Aura, back off. Wait, what was the question? Hold up. Okay, asking Elveril, you can use your spells. He smiles, reaches his hand out in front of him. For a moment it's still, and he seems to wither under the focused attention of us. Then the wind picks up, tossing his hair. The air smells sweet, like spring flowers and fresh rain. I want Elveril and Chris to meet. They would get along so well. Elveril closes his eyes in concentration, keeping focused. Eventually his magic fades and his eyes flutter open. There's nothing evil about the house that I could tell, but I did sense a magical aura around the place. Magic was unexpected in a small town like Maple Rest. Let's be careful, okay? We approach the front door and the two ravens land on the fence in the yard. Sterling feels very, like, just the name. I'm thinking, like, perfect knight type. Like, he's like, almost like a Ken version of a fucking knight. Like, he's like, he would be in a Barbie movie as the leading man. And he's, like, very just, like, stern, not stern, but, like, calm, collected, you know, only says the right words, you know. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting that vibe. We're sussing it out, but that's the vibe I'm digging. He's just, like, very put together so far. Or swooping in, or get away! Swat his ass. Swat their horny ass, get out of here. Here we go, I'm so excited. I'm excited to see Elveril in, like, a romantic context, because I've only seen them in a platonic context so far. And they're so cute, I want to kiss them. I head to the room beside mine and knock on the door. Come in. I swing open the door and see him sitting on the bed with his legs crossed. He's holding up a cupped hand, and within them is a perfect image of a rain cloud. The soothing sound of rainfall fills the room. His eyes flicker from it to me, and he gives me a tired grin. That's pretty. Elveril brightens and beckons me closer. I take a seat across from him as he shows me what he's made. It helps me get to sleep. It reminds me of nights at home listening to the sound of rain hitting the roof. Oh, that would be so nice. It's like a YouTube video. Wow! Do you miss it? He thinks for a moment before shaking his head. Not really. I love it, of course, but it's nice to finally get out and see the world. I like traveling. It led me to you. Oh. Elveril. Okay. He laughs nervously at the earnest confession, his magical rainstorm flickering out. He holds his hands in his laps and looks up at me. How are you feeling? I'm trying to piece everything together. He nods along, giving me an encouraging smile. I think everything will work out. Your goddess have any wisdom for you? He, and I imagine that Sterling, like, unfortunately there are bards, so I can't just make them full knight that doesn't know anything about magic. But I imagine that at this point, maybe they discovered magic by accident, you know? Like, they were just actually a musician and just, like, fucking around with it and then fell into magic accidentally. It doesn't really take it all that seriously outside of just enjoying music. I think I'm gonna ask some of the creatures in the woods if they've seen anything. That's a good idea. We can check tomorrow. He takes the charm off his belt and looks lost in thought. I nudge his leg with my knee to get his attention. He glances up at me. I want to help. I want to find Charlotte and reunite her with her husband and for them to be okay. I like how Aura didn't mention shit about the, like, Charlotte situation. He was just like, ooh, you came to you want to talk to me and all this different shit? Aura had one thing on their mind. One. Elreal's out here thinking about the greater good. About helping the world. Because Aura does not care. They have one thing on their mind. Aura is so fucking real. I thought it would be simple. We could find her walking along Champion's Way, but with the imps attacking us... He clutches his charm. I feel like I'm in over my head. I can make plants grow, or make a cloud. He holds up a hand and the image of the rain cloud appears again. I don't think Thephane's champions are equipped to fight devils. I take his hand and the rain disappears. You did pretty good back there. We're a team, and you do your part. He looks down to where our hands are joined. His voice comes out soft. Thank you. I squeeze his hand and a smile when I feel him do it back. I say goodnight and leave him to his rain cloud. Memories of home. I head back to my room and sleep finds me quickly. That's so funny. Sterling has his thinking face on. Yeah. We do. Should. Then let him think. He doesn't do it a lot. Let it just help him. I don't think he's dumb. I just think he's just like... I don't know. I don't know what the word is. When I think of the word, I'll let you know. Contemplative? I remember him mentioning that last night. Of course. He smiles brightly and his hands slip down into my own. It's so warm and he gives it a quick squeeze. He takes a seat on the forest floor, then I really like that. That was amazing. I reach out and take his hand. Alright, and these two are just hand-holding, which is adorable. This wholesome as fuck. Just like, no flirting, no winking, just give me your hand. Give me your hand, I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Like, that's it, that's the whole time. That is like third base for them, okay? I reach out to take his hand. It's warm and incredibly soft to my touch. As we make contact, the golden swirls of magic around us flare brightly and twist into beautiful shapes in the air. That means a lot coming from you. I blink a little, taken back by the flattery. You're sweet. Oh, they're so cute. They're just like wholesome butterfly cupcakes. Perfect fluff shit. I like that. I like that Aura was just like, yeah, they getting in it. They getting it all the time. And now this is like the complete opposite. They like on their wedding day are like, can we maybe kiss? Like, help them, please. Aura and Zadira exchange abused glances. Oh no. Elreal pulls his hand back and the magic fades. Help these two. I take out my lute and begin to play. He's a little guitarman. Very cute. Oh my gosh, Sterling, I just realized why I put that name on my thing. Okay, this is gonna out me so bad right now. Does anybody remember Sunny with a Chance? Okay, I was watching an entire YouTube video about it the other day because Chad and Sunny used to be my OTP on Disney Channel. I love that fucking show. They invented enemies to lovers. And the person who plays Chad Dylan Cooper, his name is Sterling Knight. And I was like, what if I made a knight and his name is Sterling? How funny would that be? And I guess now I'm doing it now. And yes, they did cancel it because of a rehab. And so her and Chad like broke up in the show, but apparently they were supposed to get back together. They like set on like another thing, but which healed my childhood heart. But yeah, I was thinking of Sterling, and now I just think of like a blonde, perfect Ken, you know, like good man, just steady good man. I don't know, and I guess super wholesome and only holds hands very gently. Sterling Knight, yeah. I'm not creative at all sometimes. I like the name Sterling. It's really nice. I don't know. It makes me feel safe. Go to sleep. Be still. And now he plays the guitar. So he really is just a Disney Channel boy. He's just Disney Channel boy. What happened? Okay, maybe this is bad, but should I just... I feel bad for letting it hit them. But I want to see what happens. Fuck it. I don't react fast enough and the door bursts open to reveal a sharp blade that swings at them. They leap back, but not before a flash of blood and a new gash on their forearm. Aura hisses... Sorry, Aura. Well, shit. Elvariel steps up to them and takes their arm. Zaneri follows and places a hand on their shoulder in concern. Elvariel's hands shake as a swirling pink magic dances between his fingertips and seeps into their skin. He lets out a tired breath as the wound closes up. Are you okay? Aura nods, but they're surprisingly quiet. Are you sure? They glance up, leaning on their quarterstaff. Yeah, it's just... I feel stupid, I guess. I should have realized it was trapped. Mistakes happen. Oh, okay, so nothing too bad. Well, that's good. I feel better about it then. No. He rushes for me and holds on tight. Only holds my hand, though. we're not that close yet. Magic surges around us, his own pushing back the fire. He focuses in concentrated blasts of pure radiant energy at the clawed hand. You will not take him. It's enough to let me wrench free, and he pulls me into an embrace. Oh, hug! We're at 4th base, guys! Let's go! The hand retreats into the portal, and it begins to crumble and break. With a final flash of bright light, the portal goes dark. Breathing hard, we stare at the ruined portal. 4th base, ugh! A pulse of pain makes me wince and I examine my arm. I've suffered worse wounds, but it still stings. Instinctively, I look to Elvariel, but I'm surprised to see him looking lost. Sterling, He reaches out and there's a swirl of gold dancing between his fingertips. It flickers feebly and vanishes. And then I just remember this from the Iris scene. So we're good. And then we're just going to tell the truth again. Because Sterling seems like too good for his... Like, he's lawful good for sure. That's just what I'm getting. And we will refuse the money this time. We are better than that this time. Keep it. You can use it to start a new life in Heartcliff. I know you're hesitant to leave, but you'll be safer there. She gives me a long, searching look. I just realized as well. So Elvariel is just Disney princess, and we're just the Disney prince. That's it. That's all I made. I didn't do anything that creative. At the end of the day, I just made the most basic couple imaginable, but gay. That's all I did. That's all I did. That's all I did. But I kind of love it. I really, really love it. So it's great. But I was sitting here being like, what does he remind me of? Wow, this is so... It's like, no, bitch, you just made a Disney couple. That's all you did. Congrats. We went from horny on Maine to Disney couple. I don't think I could have told him the truth on my own. It would have eaten at me if I did not. You're braver than I am in many ways. He deserves to know the truth. And we all get what we deserve, don't we? She turns the head inside her and hope. Farewell, adventurers. I'd ask the gods to bless your journey, but I doubt they're granting any favors of mine. And she's gone. That was kind of a banger line. Go off. I'm excited to see my boy. Hey, we could take one of those other jobs posted on the notice board. Who wants to go pick herbs in the dark? There's a mixture of laughter. That was like the best joke he could come up with. I imagine Sterling isn't like, he ain't banging out one-liners all the time, so good on him for that. I shake my head. Even as a bard, I hastily bandage wound, wincing at a dull throb of pain. I remind myself it'll be healed tomorrow, and I slip my arm out of sight from my friends. Wow. Romantic choice, let's go, romantic. Elvariel's eyes dart around the tavern as people filter in for dinner. There's quiet chatter around us, and he shifts in his seat. I think I need some air. He glances at me. Do you want to come with me? I'd like that. Or it looks at over... Or we're not like you, okay? We're not you. We're not you. Or it looks at us over their flagon. Don't get eaten by demons. We'll try not to. They yawn and stretch and casually lean against Zaneri. She sighs, but she can't hide her fond smile as she adjusts to make them more comfortable. Ah. Elvariel glances. Zaneri just has, like, chemistry with everybody, huh? I guess everybody just has chemistry with everybody. Elvariel glances back to see if I'm following, and I catch up. We walk out of town to the edge of the woods. I'd be worried about the imps attacking us again, but I feel confident that we got rid of them all. Ooh. No! My earbud. Elvariel's quiet, but just taking in the night. It's cold out, and he drifts closer to me as we walk. I take his hand, and he smiles. Oh, this is nice. I like being with you. I like how honest he is. He can't help it. Even though we're alone, his voice comes out in a soft whisper. A stray leaf flutters down and lands on his shoulder. I lean over to sweep it away. Wisp of his hair brush against my fingers, and there's a stutter in his breath. He looks down at my bandaged arm, and there's a noticeable bob in his throat as he swallows thickly. I still wish I could heal you. I squeeze his hand. We'll check on it tomorrow. I don't like it when you're hurt. I laugh before I can help myself. I think I chose the wrong profession then, but I'm glad to have you. Kinda true, real based. I pull him in for a hug. He hesitates for just a moment and makes eye contact. I give him a small nod. I close my eyes and feel his lips brush against my cheek in a soft kiss. Oh, 5th base! How many bases are there? His face heats up in a blush. Poor thing. I pull back and look him over, letting him be flustered for a little longer. Oh! A little bit of a mean streak Sterling has. I'd like to kiss you properly. Oh! We're being so princely. Wow! I brush my... What base is this? Home run? I brush my thumb against his chin across the corner of his mouth as he twitches up into a smile. He surges forward to kiss me. And my hand tingles up in his silky hair. He's eager, even as his hands hover awkwardly, like he doesn't know what to do with them. I take them both and they're very soft. I interlock our fingers. I love this! Okay. He tastes sweet, but his laugh is sweeter. I capture his lips in another kiss, and the chill of the night is entirely forgotten. Wow. Okay. This will be my first time in the city. Sterling's never been in a city before. Just a country boy. I do love a kissy, I do. Oh, wait, my bad. After I refused to take Francis and Charlotte's money, we're skint for coin just as before, if not worse with other expenses. Way to go, Sterling. Tell you what, we might be able to make gold in the city. I'll save up, and before we leave, I'll make sure we have a proper transportation. We'll save up. We're in this together. Oh, they really are Disney! Wow! Oh, gosh. Will talking it out do shit? Let's try it. Let's talk it out. I'm sure we can reach an agreement. Aura clicks their tongue but concedes with a nod. I stand in front of my friends and watch the road. To appear friendly, I pull out my lute and play a few notes letting them know we're here. They're a band of 7, wearing patchwork armor and carrying heavy bags. One steps up and holds a fist to make the other stop. His hands reach for his sword, hovering there in a standoff. Hail, friend. We heard you coming up the road. His eyes twitch as I address him, but he isn't attacking yet. This is our territory. There's a toll on this road, so you better pay up. Oh, that's funny because I place a hand on their shoulder to silence them. We didn't know that. How much is the toll? He sizes up, noting weapons and armor, his eyes narrowing. 10 gold apiece. Unfortunately, that's out of our means, but we have some food left over from last night. You're welcome to it. It looks like you have a lot of mouths to feed. Toll's a toll. Don't want your leftovers. The other bandits shift and reach for weapons. Fuck. Oh. Look, let's just keep doubling down. We can negotiate out of this. I've seen a few toll roads in my time. A gold piece each is more than plenty to keep the peace. He sucks on his teeth as he eyes the weapons on either side of my waist. 5 gold. For all of us? Deal. That's not what I fucking hell. I hand over 5 gold, never breaking eye contact. Best be on your way. It's getting colder by the minute. He scowls and pockets the gold. Wow. A smart man not to test his luck. He leads his party in the opposite direction. You got ripped off. Aura hates Sterling. No, he doesn't hate us. Just don't like our methodology. We're too nice. We leave hastily on the road again. It's like, bring back Essence. Essence would have gotten us all the gold. Too nice for Aura. Hell no, they would not ever get along. And also, we only handhold. Aura's trying to, like... As we walk along the road, Alvaro comes up beside me. He reaches a hand out hesitantly before he gently brushes a few snowflakes off my shoulders. Aww! It turns up a fine glitter as magic swirls around his fingertips. Are you cold? Just a little. He takes my hands as the other clutches his amulet. Green magic patrols up as the air smells like sweet flowers. A moment of spring and winter. Warmth spreads through my body and I squeeze his hand. You're sweet. Thank you. He says that a lot. He's like, you're sweet. But when he says it, it's like, it is sweet and it is like casual, but there's like a tinge of spice to it. I don't know. I'm onto something. Green bud pushed through the snow as he smiles at me. We've been traveling all together since Maple Rest. Sweet and spicy! I do like sweet and spicy. Sweet and spicy jerky is the best. Sweet and spicy chips are the best. Sweet and spicy Chinese takeout is the best. Good shit. Moments of affection between us. So there's only been a little moments of affection between us. I don't think Aura or Zaneri want us making out in front of them. You guys wouldn't do that even if you could. You guys wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't. You'd be like, oh yeah, let's make out in front of everybody, but get too shy. That, you cannot fool me. Zaneri pauses up in front, gesturing for Alvariel to follow. The two head off the road to examine something, leaving Aura and me behind. So, why are you making that face? I'm not doing anything. You look very smug about something. They shrug casually with a smirk. So you and Alvariel, huh? Okay, that's what this is about? Yes, we're together. Gods, no, I don't need to ask. We can all see it plain as day on his face. Utterly lovesick. They're so cute. They roll their eyes and grin playfully. You're very cute together. Glad you think so. The eye rolling gave it away. They loop an arm around my shoulder. Have you kissed yet? Even Aura's like, do you guys even like do anything? Or do you guys just hold hands? I don't respond right away, but it doesn't stop their laughter. You have! I didn't think he had it in him. He's been pining for you for ages. Oh. We're gonna make that mutual. There's no way I'm just gonna let Alvariel just pine after us. We're pining for him too. And they he has? They scoff. I think he was drawing hearts around your name in his journal. He's like, Sterling! Wah! The pining, the yearning, I live for it. I push them away as they let out a cackle and easily shift to my other side. They lean against me, looking into the woods. But serious, I'm happy. You're adorable. Yada yada yada. I laugh, both fond and exasperated. You're doing such a good job at this. I know, aren't I? They're so cute. I love that little interaction. Zaneri and Alvariel return, the latter giving me a sweet smile as we get back on the road. Our travels continue, and by early morning we're at our next destination. I slip my hand into his. It is just hand holding all the damn time. And I have a hand fetish, so I would just keep it all chill, but I like hands. What can I say? What can I say? Shoot the messenger, I don't know. I slip my hand into his. He rests his head on my shoulder as we take in the sights. We've got a lot of sights ahead of us. I look to the winding pathway that leads to the gates of Heartcliff. Everything is overwhelmed, the sound and the smells of the crowd. I'm trying not to bump into anyone. Oh yeah, because we're not used to it. It takes getting used to. The three of you will be fine. I'll be fine, Aura. Jeez. Aura gave us a lopsided grin as they assure us. It is very noisy. Zaneri and Sterling would get on really well though, but they're too similar. Zaneri and Sterling are almost like two sides of the same coin. I don't even think Sterling has like that much of the banter back as Zaneri does. And yes, we worship this time. In some ways, I ask for blessings or guidance, but I'm not an acolyte. Just thankful for the luck I'm granted. She nods. I have faith the right path lies ahead of you. Oh, or in front of her. Yeah, whatever. Yes, he's our leader. I nod. Yeah, we'll meet up tomorrow morning for breakfast. I sneak a glance at Alvariel. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to spend time with him. We're gonna take in the city. Zaneri and Aura share a glance and the latter grins. We'll see you later. Will you join me, fair lady? Zaneri groans, playfully nudging their shoulder as they laugh, the two heading off to explore. And then we, like... What's this motion? What is that? Frolic. And then we frolic off. His hands are so soft and warm. Oh! I glance at Alvariel, who is still watching the city with big eyes. You want to explore a bit? He shrugs. A little. There are a lot of people here. We'll take it slow. They're both just nervous. They're both like, help me, the city's too big. He takes my... This is the antithesis to the Aura and Essence shit. They are like the exact opposite. Like, they couldn't be more opposite if they tried. Like, holy shit. He takes my hand, squeezing it as we walk together. We pass through the sights of Heartcliff and the bustle of the city. Not at all like your home, huh? Less swampy, fewer trees, way more people. But it's good that I'm with you. Well, why don't we find something that reminds you of home? There are tons of buildings and carriages rolling by and cobblestones beneath our feet, but there must be some nature within the city. Aww. It takes a little searching, but we eventually come across the city gardens. I'm sure it looks much better during spring or summer with the snow not covering everything, but Elverio looks delighted anyway, and it's much calmer than the rest of the city. Aww, I am picking a spot for Elveril to feel more calm and happy. Guys, I'm emotional. He brings me into the park, our feet crunching in the snow. This is nice. I didn't know they had places like this. I thought it was just metal and stone all around. He kneels in the snow, reaching down. His hands glow a soft green, and tiny sprouts break through the snow. Grass and flowers alike. He plucks one flower and hands it to me. Oh! Let me give you a flower. You're my flower. There's a small bench and we take a seat. He leans into me as I wrap an arm around him. There we go. I don't know what base that is. I soak in the moment where there is no danger. We are not adventurers. We're just normal young couple on a date in the gardens. I press a kiss on his cheek and he blushes. What was that for? Do I need a reason to kiss you? That was a genuine question. He wasn't even being sarcastic. He laughs. I guess not. You can do it again if you want. I do so. They're going crazy now that no one's around. We spend some time people watching. Elveril seems fascinated. Just people going about their day. There's a young couple with their child. One has each of their hands and they swing her between them. Oh, are we going to talk about kids? He wrings his hands against the fabric of his shirt. I miss the kids back home. There weren't many, but when I was younger, I was usually the one taking care of them. That makes sense. They were hurt the most when I left. He glances away and leans into me. A few snowflakes drift down and he reaches up a hand, and they land across his fingers. Maybe when they're grown, they'll leave too, and we can see each other again. Was it hard to leave? At first. He shivers, pulling his scarf tighter. We should head inside, meet up with the others at the end. He nods, taking my hand again as we head back through the city. Frolic while holding hands, yeah. We'll tell the city guard this time, fuck it, why not? That's their job, isn't it? To protect the citizens of Heartcliff? With a quick promise of being back soon, I split away and head through the streets towards the castle gates. There are a few guards posted and I flag one down. What is it? Do you have a moment? If you're not currently being attacked or robbed, there's not much we can do. His voice comes out in a drawl, ending with a jaded sigh. I have something to report. Is there someone I can speak to about it? It concerns the safety of the city. Does it now? I'm the one on duty. You can speak to me. There are fiends building portals across the countryside. I think they're trying to take down the wards and build one inside the Heartcliff to, invade. He huffs. Is that so? Was it wrong? What is wrong with the guards in the city? They're bad everywhere, Sterling. You're just too optimistic. If there was a real threat, the seers of Ymdir could have warned the crown. There's nothing to worry about. You don't understand. The priests have lost the ability to divine answers. Please, if you and the crown don't do something, everyone will be in danger. That gets his attention, but not in the way I was expecting. What did you say about the cathedral? His hands around the hilt of his sword. It's blasphemous to... Oh no. It's blasphemous to speak ill of the cathedral and the chosen of Ymdir. What? Citizen? He looks me up and down. No, you're not from Heartcliff. Where do you hail, stranger? I'm trying to tell you about a plot that would bring a horde of demons into... He holds up a hand, silencing me. You're coming with me. No! No! To speak with your superior about this? Or the crown? You're under arrest. I'm sorry, what? I cannot believe my ears. Damn. On what charge? Spreading, treasonous rumors against the cathedral and therefore the crown. I'm sure you'll get a chance to speak with my commander. He'll like to ask you a few questions. Starting with where you came from. If it's Immildor, this will mean war. Before I know it, I'm led into the castle. No! I have no way to contact my friends and no understanding. Oh! Oh, that's so sad. The sad music. Elveril's gonna cry tonight. No! I'm sorry. Your prince has been taken. All in all, I'm completely fucked. What exactly is the legal system in Heartcliff? Or anywhere. You know, good on you for that, though. Good on you for that fucking that. I like that I got it right most of the time, though. My instinct was right, at least on that. So, it's up to us. Don't make Elveril sad. That didn't happen, okay? I just wanted to see what happened. Even though it is in our character to probably do that, but maybe I'll, just for the sake of realism, I'll just have it so that, Aura, like, talked us out of it. Like, we're like, let's go talk to the city guard, and he's like, no, don't do that. And then we're like, oh, okay. So that way we're still in character, but we did the right thing. That's my headcanon. We're very short on gold. That's practically everything we have. Swallowing, I mull it over. I'm half tempted to set out my bedrolls and camp outside, but I did promise everyone warm beds in the city. We could share a room to save gold. Are there rooms with multiple beds? Most are already taken. We have one room with 2 beds, but there are several with double beds if you're willing to share. I look at Elverio. If you are comfortable, we could share. His hands fiddle together. I'd be alright with that. Oh, we'll take a room with 2 beds and a double. She marks that down with a nod. Zaneri snores. You're putting me with her? You sleep with me when we're just camping, just fine. You're the warmest thing out there. I'm not stupid. I love them. You just enjoy complaining. Come. She leads him up to the room and gives us a wave. Elveriel shoots a shy glance at me. You sure you're alright with this? I can't get another room or sleep on the floor. Don't be silly. He smiles and takes my hand. Oh! No, I don't mind sleeping with you. More than that, I'm excited. I'm glad. The room is cozy with a warm rug and a fireplace. There's an attached bathing area and wash bin. We start to get ready for bed, a buzz of energy in the air. We've slept beside each other in our bedrolls around a fire, but this feels so much different. Oh, they're so nervous! I let Elveril bathe first as I take off my pack and sort through my things. He finishes hurriedly, face scrubbed clean and hair damp. He dries off by the fire and it's my turn to wash up. As I clean myself, his magical lights flicker around the room with a soft hum. I close my eyes and listen to the comforting sound. They're so nervous, shaking in their boots. Clean and feeling better, I join Elveril on the bed. Ready? He nods and we pull the covers back and climb in to get clean, warm bed sheets are a welcome relief after a week of travel. He settles across from me and stares at the ceiling. His hands are kept at his side. Everything okay? He nods, a bob in his throat. I'm sorry. For what? That I'm being weird. It's okay. If you change your mind, I can always sleep on the floor. Sterling, it's still just like, look, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Just tell me what to do. No. He rolls over and faces me straight on, soft candlelight illuminating his features. I want you to stay. Then I'll stay. He's like, I do whatever you tell me to do. I've never done this before. Being in a relationship, I mean. Neither has Sterling, don't feel bad. He wrings the blanket with his hands. The little village where I grew up was all I knew. I had known everyone my entire life. When I was just coming of age, there was one person who had arrived only a year previously. They wanted to learn from the rituals and natural magic of our Druidess taught. They kissed me once, but it never went anywhere. Damn. He sneaks a glance at me. It's not like with you. I don't want to mess up by doing something wrong. How about this? If you do, I'll let you know, and we can work on it from there. But, Elveril, you're doing good. I tilt his face and lean in partway. He closes the distance, a smile blooming as he kisses me. He smells like the floral-scented soap in the wash basin, and it suits him. I kiss his freckles, his skin warm. Ah! I'm gonna die. The kissing freckles trope, you and me, Gray. We're on the same, because I had fucking Shay do that with Chris, and it eats. It fucking eats. It's gold. It's pure gold. His hand covers above my side, and I place mine over top and press it against me, kissing me right between the eyes. He laughs softly, but the sound turned sad. I place a hand on his back. Sorry, it's just talking about my home brought back memories. I miss it, of course, but I was so lonely there. There were so many nights spent alone in my room, wishing I had someone with me. His eyes are soft when he looks at me, and now I finally do. I'm really happy. I am too. I kiss him again and blow out the candles. He fits neatly into my arms, his back pressed against me. His chest rises and falls in a steady rhythm. His body is so soft and comfortable to hold on to. Oh, we're on the kissing freckles grind. That's the only grind I'm trying to be on. The only grind mindset I want. When I wake the next morning, the bed is empty. I groggily pat the blankets a few times, rubbing sleep from my eyes. Elveril is tending out drying clothes that we had washed, all of them folded and packed. A small plant pot is set upon our bedside table, flowers peeking up. Good morning. He greets me brightly, his smile still shy. I stretch and cover a yawn. How are you feeling now? Much better. Thank you for letting me talk last night. It's really nice being with you. You think you're the only lucky one? The flowers in the nightstand bloom, petals opening up. I delicately trace a petal, their fragrance sweet. These are pretty. They're for you. I love them. He beams and we grab our stuff to head downstairs to have breakfast with our friends. Oh... Damn, I could just put them in, like, my coffee and I'd be set. Like, they are just too damn sweet. Okay? This is what Fluff Friday was here for. And then this time we're just gonna be like, just warn me next time. I understand. Just tell me next time you want to try something like that. Acceptable. She looks me up and down. There's a library I can get us in. I like how we don't even give her a hard time this time. It's fine. I slip my hand into his. What's new? I care about you a lot. I like listening to you. He ducks his head shyly. And I'm always here to listen. I know. I kiss his cheek, warm beneath my lips. Goddess or not, Thephine's magic has greatly helped us. Healed a lot of my wounds. I'm grateful to her and you. He smiles and drinks that in along with his cider. We finish our drinks together. Just the sweetest. Play him a song in the night, and we break through the back together and see if that does anything. There's no guarding the back, just the door leading to the kitchens. Aura sets up to pick the lock while we keep an eyeful out. They're working on the lock when I hear a small snap and a curse from under their breath. Oh, what are you doing? Aura shakes their head and hands, trying to psych themselves up. It's fine, I got this. Let me help. I place a hand on their shoulder and they slump their shoulders and nod. I cast a spell, sending a wave of magic into the lockpick. It floats and flips into the lock. With delicate maneuvering and Aura's instruction, the lock opens. Carefully pulling the door open, I check it's clear. We creep inside and watch every step. Excuse me, Lord. Sorry. Zeniri puts up a hand to stop us. She looks around, holding a few fingers up and points upwards to communicate. 2 guards up ahead, a few people upstairs. I glance over to where she's pointing at. We've got to find it where the Lady Stratland keeps her treasures. Where to check first? Downstairs. Floor. Bring it to Vet. He will not be alone, he will have me. Aw, I recognize this place from where Alvarel and I first explored the city. Cute! Charm them all! Fleeing. No more fighting. Nothing you haven't done yourself. I recognize your magic. Who are you talking about? Oh, yeah, when I charmed everybody. It's fine. It's okay when I do it. Let's see what happens when I rush into the fray. Is this the last battle I'm missing? Wiping my blade clean, I take my turn to charge her. Alvarel's magic flows through me, and my sword begins to glow, both blades slicing. I tackle her and pin her to the floor, holding them to her throat. Close the portal, now! She pushes me off with a flying kick, and I go tumbling back and hit the ground, hard. She's on me again before I can blink. Digging in the flesh, she grabs my arm and stares at my forearm. You've been marked before. In an instant, the old wound I had sustained when we closed the portal and Maple Rest returns. A burning brand. I struggle and pull away to get back on my feet. I strike at her again and again, but she dodges nimbly. Another blast of fire comes my way. My friend takes the opportunity of my distraction to get closer to the portal, and I rush to join them. The fire around us burns even brighter as the incubus swoops down with a gout of flame. She grabs me and slams me to the floor as she looms over me. A final sacrifice, the blood of a hero. Uh-oh. She stands above me and reaches her back for another blow. Suddenly, a tangle of roots wraps around her wrists, yanking her, and Alvarel holds me tightly, pulling me away from her. I've got you, I promise. Aww. Wait, if we do that, does that mean that each individual love interest saves us in a very specific way? Because kind of missed out on that each time. Whoops. I look at him as tear tracks slide down his face through ashen sweat. Damn it! Damn it! Okay, well, I'll do that for merit for sure. For just a moment, the chaos around us seems to calm, and I take a deep breath. The incubus breaks free with a shriek. Well, that's cool. I like that. Oh! And then we die. Okay, so that was the last one. Alright. Cool. But at least we got a cute little scene with it. Worth. She's getting in my head. That's okay, it happens when you choose. Attack full out, then rush into the fray. Oh, okay. She's getting in my head. A charming spell, I recognize it immediately. I can't... His eyes glaze over and looks at Merritt. Drawn from the air, a sword made from gold. Oh no! He lunges for her, but I'm quicker. I grab his wrist and wrench him away as he struggles. Fight her. Get her out of your head. He winces and I see the magic flickering. But it doesn't last, and he brings a sword down at me. I parry it with my blade and we strike against each other, and just trying to draw his attention away from Merritt. But yeah, unique for each love interest. I like that! I glance up at the incubus. I know enough about the spell to know how to stop it. She's perched in the rafters, but I have a few tricks. I grab my lute and play a diving tune. Alvaro freezes and the sword vanishes from his hands. He rushes to me, eyes wide. Are you okay? I'm alright, are you? He nods and I grip his hand tightly as we join the others. I feel his magic surround all of us, warmth spreading across my chest. We're going to end this. I glance at Merritt. Merritt, any time now. I have to concentrate. I love doing that each time. Oh, I kiss his cheek. His laughter sweet. I was really scared in there. I thought we made it through. We did. He grabs my hand and holds on tight. Alvaro waves a hand and a protective dome covers us from the snow. A little bit of magic to stay warm. Merritt and Orr have been laughing together ahead as they examine words of sail. There are bright pieces of gaudy... Yeah. Not a good look. Rude. So rude. Each time. Alvaro tugs on my sleeve and we break away from the group. I don't think I mind being in a city anymore. It can still be overwhelming, but... He loops his arm through mine. Not when I'm with you. I brush a lock of hair out of his eyes. It's pretty cold out, though. He tucks in close, sharing our warmth. Let's get a drink or something. Does it get this cold back home? He shakes his head. Never. I saw snow for the first time only after I left. We're very connected with nature, so our grotto is an eternal spring. Yo! I never saw snow until I was 11, because I grew up in Florida, so no snow for me. Not a big fan. Honestly, could do without. But I like the changes, to see the progression of each season, and spring feels much better after a cold winter. Aww. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so cute. We find a little stall that sells warm drinks. I buy us both a mug and he holds it. They're so charming. His face steaming, curling around. He takes a careful sip. Still a little too hot, but it's warming me up. He casts a spell, the liquid rippling inside. When he takes the next sip, it's the perfect temperature. Can you do that for me too? He laughs and casts a spell again. Now my drink is comfortably warm, not burning my tongue. It tastes delicious and sweet. I think that the people I left behind don't even know what they're missing. Aww, and when he kisses me, it tastes just like the drink. His lips are still warm from it. They can never find someone like you there. Oh, you're very sweet and sappy. I do have nature magic. Sap comes with my calling. That's true. Got the puns, too. He laughs at his own joke and sidles up next to me as we enjoy the market. My attention drifts off, staring into the crowds as we continue through the streets. Aww. What a sweet little ending. And something catches my eye. A familiar face. Oh, a woman walks through the crowd looking overwhelmed. Why is she here? What the hell? It's Charlotte from Maple Rest. She came to Heartcliff just as we suggested. Maybe here she can safely further her study of magic. With us sealing away the devils, hopefully, they'll never ensnare her again. Wait, what's going on? Her husband isn't with her. She's here alone. She doesn't notice me, and I don't try and get her attention. I just watch from afar. Now she's just another woman in the crowd. I hope her nightmares have stopped and she can live a better life. Sterling, you coming? Yeah, I am. I was surprised. Coming? Yeah, what the hell? Wait! I zoomed too fast. I don't know what that said. I'm so sorry. I zoomed. You didn't take her gold. Oh! Yeah, that is new. Whoops. Whoopsie. Well, we're gonna take it next time, so sorry. Or are we? Actually, we're dumb. Well, we're Trafton this time. Trafton is a long-running joke in our group chat, and he is in Lord of Lies, and he has, like, a weapon thing. I mean, you played it, so you might remember, but he has, like a bow and arrow, and then they sell bow and arrows and make them, and they call them, like, silent but deadly, because it's a joke on farts. That's all it is. Like, Traft is like an anagram for fart. It's so stupid. It's not a bad name, though. So Mary gets Fart Man. Cool. But Trafton's cute. He's fine. And he hates the woods. He is kind of dumb. Little gassy, but fine. And I think he'll also use the harp. Fuck it. Feels right. And in the Thieves Guild, doing entirely legal things for people who were not criminals. Because that's exactly what thieves do. We didn't speak with animals, though. It might have been helpful now that I think about it. But anyway, I guess we should start an investigation. Stupid. Stupid immediately. Do you think she left it wittingly? And we're gonna go to the guard, because again, dumb. Let's talk to the town's guard. Lead the way, we'll be right behind you. There's a movement in the sky, and the raven lands on the notice board again and watches us leave. We can make our way to the edge of town where buildings give away the tree line of the forest. It takes some searching, but Zaneri spots a half-devil woman wearing armor that's walking along the border of town. Beside her is a hound with a shaggy coat. Oh, wow! We missed this lady! We walk up to her and she eyes us up. Excuse me, are you Jalen? She gives me a curt nod. Do you need something? Can we pet your dog? Cute, Zaneri. I glance over in surprise that she has spoken up. Jalen cracks a tiny smile and nods. Sure. He loves it. Zaneri crouches down, grinning. The dog. Oh, Zaneri and Iris are getting a dog. Oh my god! And Iris literally domesticates the fucking Banes. Yo, Iris and Zaneri were meant to be. Holy shit. Holy shit. And Lawrence loves dogs, and Charles loves dogs. Like, it just works. It just works so well. Wow. She stretches his ears, and he wags his tail in excitement. Who's a good boy? Are you helping protect the town? He spins around in a circle as if to confirm that, yes, he is a good boy. She glances back at me. Do you want to pet him? Hell, look, Trafton might be fucking dumb, but he ain't a little bitch. I nod and join her. The dog faces me, muzzling his hand in my palm. His fur is very soft beneath my fingertips as I pet him, and he's basking under all the attention. I get back to my feet, Elvira converging on the dog to give him a gentle pat on the head. Aura stands back but is smiling. They seem to be watching us instead of the dog, however. Cute. The investigation entirely derailed. I turn my attention back to Jalen, who has been watching us in mild amusement. We're adventurers who were passing through town when Francis Fishman asked me to find his wife Charlotte. We were wondering if you have any information that could help us. She gives me a slow nod. Oh, I heard. Francis came to see some of the other guards about her yesterday. So you haven't seen her? No, I keep watching the border town, but I didn't see her leave. I look over at my companions who seem content to leave this up to me. Did you know Charlotte at all? She shrugs, her armor clanking with the motion. Not very well. Her and her husband kept to themselves. Pleasant folk, though, as far as I know. Do you know of any reason why she would leave? Why would anyone leave Maple Rest to see the world just cut and run? The guards discussed possible foul play, but there's been no sign of a scuffle anywhere. She left of her own volition. Mr. Fishman must not know her as well as he thought he did. Damn, good kid his ass. I take a moment to digest that. Jalen's tone is flippant, but I also remember her saying that she doesn't know them well. Have you noticed anything different about her? Did she talk about leaving? She shrugs again. I really didn't have much reason to speak with her, but I do know she was rattled after those damn bandits raided the village. Last time I saw her, she was outside the old woman's house, Feline, on the corner of the main street. And when was this? About a week ago? About a week ago. Is there anything else, or can I get back to my patrol? That's all. Thank you for your time. She nods her head and begins her patrol again. Her dog gives Zaneri one last friendly lick, bounds off with his owner. Shall we check out that woman, Feline? That's the only thing we have to go on. Maybe she'll know if Charlotte was happy with her marriage. What was her life like in town? Any reason she might have. We head away from the woods and towards the house in the corner that apparently Charlotte has been visiting. And it does not matter who we choose. Or go look. Be gone. Make something up. Just an old lady, huh? I know a fellow practitioner of magic when I see one. She just raises a brow. But what makes you think that? Well, what makes you think that? You're a great mage. I can sense it from you from the moment we entered the house. It's a shot in the dark, but someone had to create that magical aura. I open my palm and cast a small illusion of a maple leaf blowing in the wind. It's a minor trick, but enough to demonstrate some of my powers. From one mage to another, any information you have would be a great help. She watches me quietly before sighing. The girl came to me asking about the Archon. Hey, that worked? Yo, Trafton, he feels like a fucking goof. He feels like a goober. Like the biggest goof. Like, he is just like winging it the hell. Like, dude is a clown. But he wasn't in a circus. He was just a clown in the Thieves Guild. Bro was like a bumbling, like, rogue with a heart of gold. But I know I'll see them all in the morning. I'm content to curl up in bed and pull the covers tight around me. I swiftly fell asleep. Because we waiting for our girl. And then we'll pull them out of the way, because that's a nice thing to do. I hear my name shouted out. In a rush of footfalls... Oh, who's going to save us this time? In a rush of footfalls, there are 3 sets of hands on me as my friends pull me out of it. Oh, all of them do! Nice! Wrenching me free, the hand retreats into the portal and begins to crumble and break. With a final flash of bright light, the portal goes dark. Breathing hard. Nice! I like... Lie to Francis. And we're going to refuse the money. We're going to lie and refuse the money. Wait, we can't accept that? We can't? I shoot them a look and they sigh. Keep the... And it was just like thinking he's doing the right thing, but then it actually ends up screwing them over a little bit. Keep the money. I'm just glad we got Charlotte home safe. He's lying out of his ass. I don't know if this town will be safe forever. The devils might try to come back. If you found a home in Heartcliff, that money will become in handy. Francis is taken back, but he nods. You're very kind. May the gods bless you. I give them both a nod and leave them to their reunion. Let's head back to the tavern. I think we could use a break. I glance at the door at the tavern. Hey, we could take one of those other jobs posted on the job board. Yep. I lean back in my chair and watch my friends. I can't help the smile that tugs at my lips as they eat and drink and laugh together. I feel good knowing that they'll always have my back. Aww. Oh, special CG! Wow! There's no way you could finish that. Ziri holds her large flagon of ale, grinning at them. You don't think you can? I never said that. They pour one for themselves. Spilling onto the table, Elveril just laughs and wipes it up. You won't be able to finish before she does, though. Oh, and now it's a race? You keep adding rules? Well, you keep accepting them. Are you joining us, Elveril? He laughs again, the sound sweet and clear. No way. She and Aura clink tankards and cheers before shaking it down. I like doing stuff for the non- That's good! I think more people should do that because you should not be punished for not wanting to flirt with everybody, okay? Like, I will just flirt with everybody. But... Aura gets down about half before they slow down and shake their head. They let out a groan and a gust of wind rattles the dishes. Elveril slides them a glass of water and Zaneri places her hand around their shoulder. Oh. I feel a nudge under the table. Trafton, are you alright? You've been quiet. That's silent but deadly. I'm fine. Better than fine, actually. I'm happy. Trafton talks like a fucking idiot. He should not get laid. Like, Trafton is so stupid. Like, when he's introduced in Lord of Lies, he's just like, y'all have heard of me, right? And then everybody's like, I don't know who the fuck you are. And he's just like, yeah, you definitely heard of me. Like, he's just an idiot. And I'm surprised anybody will like him. And it's hilarious that Merritt's gonna be the one to fall for him. No one should fall for Trafton. He's dumb. But he's got a heart of gold. He's a good guy. He's just stupid. It's a very funny dynamic. This is actually working out pretty well. I'm used to big cities. I've been in all the big cities. Fuck it. And we're gonna use illusion magic. Yeah. We continue. No. Let's use the charm. Can I play you a song? We'll be in Heartcliff by tomorrow, just a little longer braving the cold. And what, will we all be there by winter, or just turn around and leave in the middle of a blizzard? I haven't gotten that far yet, one thing at a time. How does this keep happening? Our characters are literally perfectly aligned. It's incredible. Like, Trafton's like, I didn't think this far. I honestly didn't even think I'd get here, to be honest. He's so stupid, I cannot fuck him. Merritt is moron sexual. Love that for her. They're so cute. I can't wait. Dude, I've got to write a fanfic of all these fucking couples. They're all so good. How did I eat? Okay, I might be sucking at the game. Like, I got every fucking bad end. But when it came to making the OCs, I got that shit, okay? I got that shit in the bag, okay? It's not as cold as you claim. Try climbing the frigid slopes of Mount, Delistale. That is cold. We didn't all grow up freezing in the mountains. Some of us can't go around with bare arms. Me. They poke at her bare arms, pulling their shawl tighter. What's the worst place you've traveled to? When I left home, I had to go through a swamp. I'm glad I had Thephine's protection, or I wouldn't have made it. Is that the swamp with the hag? I don't know if she was a hag. Maybe she was just mean. But the swamp is awful. I was attacked every night. Poor Elveril. Sounds like a hag. Trafton is an idiot, dude. He's so goofy. He sluts it so well. I had to travel through sewers before. Ew, why? They shrug. Good way to get through cities unnoticed. Most of them are clean enough when used by underground organizations. Literally underground, in this case. Besides, keeps the unwanted out. So next time you're cold, think about it. We could be in a sewer. Am I right or am I right? Things could always be worse. That's depressing. Not what I was going for, but I guess. We continue along the road. Our travels continue, and by early morning we're at our destination. I like getting that extra information about everybody in that scene. That was cute. And no, we still don't. Most of our characters don't. Running off so soon, we could use a guide. Merritt stops and glances me over. I do have some work to do, but their tail swishes back and forth as they contemplate that. I could stay for a bit. What do you want to see? I could have been your guide. I don't see. I place a hand on their arm and they let out a sigh. Maybe the different districts of the city? Well, she leads the way as we follow. Elvira and Zaneri are still fascinated as we move through the crowded city. We stay close together even as Merritt moves quickly. Can you slow down? She turns and blinks, head tilting. Very well. They slow their pace, falling in step beside them. They point to both him and Zaneri. You stick out here. You don't have to point it out. It is your discomfort. These people are not dangerous. You need not be ill at ease. Despite her hackles raised, Zaneri relaxes at their words. I know, it's just all so different than what I'm used to. It will come in time. Or not at all. But there are many thieves in the city, and they will see your discomfort as weakness to exploit. Charlatans who take naivety and use it. With your stature, not a problem. But for this one, their tail whacks against Elvriel's leg. Just be wary. Aura crosses their arms. I know what to look out for. No one's gonna swindle them. Aww. I lower my voice so only they can hear. Because you used to be... Yes, Trafton. Fucking idiot. Yes, of course. Yeah. They roll their eyes with a laugh and nudge me as we keep walking. Merritt takes us through different parts of the city. We are in what is known as the Temple District. The Cathedral of Clairvoyance is the largest building in the main temple, but there are other smaller shrines and various legal gods. There are illegal gods? Only the evil ones, or the ones where the crown does not care for. A god of revolution and overthrowing regimes would hardly be in favor, now would it? There is also the market district that spills over from the harbor. These are often festivals held there, and you can anything your heart desires. There is Salt Wharf, closer to the water and outside the city walls. It is not a safe place. It's fine if you're careful. The people have gone through a lot. And on the other, there is Great Crown Borough. They make a disgusted noise. Where the wealthy and nobility flaunt their wealth, where it does not get cold, and the grass is quite literally always greener. It is a gated community, and not everyone is allowed to purchase property. You must be invited in by another. Real city of opportunity. Am I right? What's the Arcane Academy like? Merritt's tail swishes back and forth. Oh, no, she wasn't. We know that she wasn't in it. It is a very fine establishment, a place of learning and studying, with the very best minds working there. They adjust their collar. I should be heading back to my studies. I will meet you tomorrow, yes? For breakfast? She nods and scampers away. Jesus. Help this man. 2 brain cells. It's up to us. We'll take separate rooms. We pass our hard-earned coin and I wince, but at least we take a place to call home. One squared away, we move aside for the next customer. I lower my voice. Not only do we have to figure out what's going on with the cathedral and the portals, but we also have to get paid. Somehow. Do you think that the priest will give us money as a thank you? I sigh, just another thing to worry about. Let's just sleep on it and figure out our options in the morning. There's gotta be work for us here. Everyone agrees and we say, dude, this group is doomed if Trafton is the one leading. Like, what? It's cozy with an attached... Oh, we're alone in our bed. Attached bath and wash basin, and I gladly use both and leave my clothes to dry by the small hearth. Crawling into clean, warm sheets is such a relief. I practically collapse on the... all by myself. Somewhere safe for the night. No waking up for watch, no more looking over my shoulder for Raven stalking us in the night. Despite all the things on my plate for tomorrow, I let my exhaustion take over me. After a week of travel, I fall into a heavy sleep. Good night, Trafton. The morning comes quickly and I groggily get ready to meet my friends downstairs for breakfast. Just warn me next time. I understand, just tell me when you try something like that, yeah. I certainly can't judge. I've worked for a few criminals myself in the past. Quick hands and a clever tongue served me well in the line of work. How did you not get your dick cut off, Trafton? They offered work? A possibility. He wants to check you out first. Can't have us running to the guards at the first night in trouble, you know? Yeah. Fiends. Wards. I pull a dagger from where it's sheathed in my boot and flip it to show the hilt, a symbol of the guild I used to run with. Wow. I've done this before. I know the drill with the Thieves Guild. I tuck it away as he looks amused. That's what they told you when we were? They came to their own conclusions. It runs deeper than that. We got to be cool for like 2 seconds. Go to the front. Charmed him. Downstairs. Check the floor. We'll bring it to fit, I guess. That was genuine as fuck. That was so... Let's go. Hey, we'll do everything we can. We have a lead. We have a chance. I never should have gotten you involved in this. I should have dealt with it myself. Because you can't do anything. I shake my head. That's what we do. We want to help people. Did we help people by stealing that dragon egg? Maybe we helped the dragon. A creature like that is meant to be somewhere free, not locked in a basement or even stuck in a city. Are you sure? I don't know. I wish I was. Like, what is he saying? What are you so brainless? I reach out and take their hand. I'm glad we're involved. It means I got to meet you. I couldn't live with myself if I just walked away and didn't try to help Heartcliff. Something has pulled us into this, and I'll see it through. Do you think some god is pulling our strings from above? I couldn't say, but my decisions are my own. I don't need a god whispering prophecies in my ear to make me do something. I just do it. Didn't you go to the cathedral to hear a prophecy? They freeze and pull away from my grasp. That is different. Why? Because whatever they said wouldn't have changed what I would do. It was a stupid thing anyway. Aw, the friendship thing. What did you ask? She shakes her head. Buy me a few drinks first. Oh, he's like, okay, I did just get you 500 gold. She hums and thinks that over. Fair enough. Suppose I should thank you. They scrutinize me. You're something else, Trafton. Is that a good thing? She shrugs. Can be if you wanted to. Now go. You look dead on your feet. She kicks me out with a smirk. Nightmare it. Don't let the demons bite. Ooh. Okay. She likes our stupid ass. That's how you get the baddies. She looks at me with soft eyes, softer than I've seen them. I think we're lucky you do care. Their tail pats against my leg in an affectionate gesture. I appreciate you checking on me last night. Did you have any more nightmares? They shake their head. You must have scared them off. Wants to kiss. I love that thought that she's like, I love this stupid man. I'm gonna bring him out and I'm gonna kiss him. I'm gonna kiss him so good he won't see what's coming. Silent but deadly. You must have scared them off. I'm glad to be of service. I can't, dude. What is this? Merritt glances around and their eyes flash with magic as they scan the area. They come up to the statue and trace the engraving on it. Trafton is so smooth. Silent but deadly, girls. Trafton. I'm gonna make Trafton hot. I'm gonna make him so hot. He's gonna be so dumb, but he's gonna be so hot. He's gonna be the moron the moron none of us want, but we all need. Stumbles into being smooth. It's like, it's one of those like a wrong clock strikes right twice a day, or like, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know, he takes every shot and then eventually one will hit a bullseye, you know? It shifts the harsh grinding of the stone against stone and reveals the staircase below with a glance as we descend. Ooh. Just as Bit promised, we're in the catacombs. Yep, that's us. Charm them all. Flee! Get the fuck out of there! I take their hand and they stiffen, looking down at the contact. You've more than earned my respect. I'm glad you told me the truth. They look almost shy, for the first time since I met them. Her hand is warm in mine. I rest against the wall in the alley, the conversation helping to distract me from the pain in my shoulder. What is the plan now? The clock is ticking. We need to work with what we have. They're opening it tonight. They have what they need. She mentioned that someone will take down the wards, and I think it's the High Priestess. She was in the cathedral when we first arrived, and the two of them seemed close. Which means the heart of the city. That's what she said in the books that we read. It's the heart. Merritt helps to me too. Cannot read. Help me. Help me. Okay, so if I take it slow, then I get the special scene. I think. Let me save. I want the special seed. Okay, take us. No. Okay, go back. So I have to attack full out, is what you're saying. Drink time. Gotcha. Can do. I don't even know if I clicked it, because... There we go. Okay. Rush into the fray! A protective shield of force comes between me and the fatal blow. A protective sphere that encompasses me. She cracks against it, trying to break through. Merritt calls from across the room, hand outstretched. Stand down. That's my idiot. They send a spike of magic towards her chest, shooting stars pelting up from the sides. The incubus holds up an arm to try and stop them with a wave of her hand, casting them from the air. My breath is ragged and I'm trying to stay conscious. That's my idiot! Hold on, trapped him! Another streak of magic hits the incubus and she growls and lunges at Merritt with a speed unlike anything I've seen. I can barely watch the chaos and flames, but I hear Merritt scream. The protective field around me dissolves. My hands shake as I grab my blades. The incubus turns, staring at me as Merritt falls to the floor, just barely catching themselves in time. In a flash, the incubus slams right back at me. The incubus layers over me. Over her shoulder, I watch. Her claws dig into my heart and everything goes black. Hey, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Okay, now attack full out. Enjoy my friends. She turns her gaze directly at Merritt. A beam of energy sails through the air, and I recognize the spell, a charming enchantment. While still casting, Merritt doesn't even turn to look as they wave a hand carelessly. The spell falls dead in the air. You're gonna have to try harder than that. Hell yeah, best girl, best girl! The incubus hisses and swirls the flames higher in the air. Her eyes are filled with rage. Merritt, anytime now. I have to concentrate! Counter spell, let's fucking go! That's my girl! None of them other bitches could have done that. They give me an affectionate look. I might not have made the best first impression. You did, eventually. She smirks and leans in close. You've been on my mind a lot, you know. You idiot. I can't stop thinking about how dumb you are and how much I want to kiss you and your stupid little face. They don't say anymore. Instead, they drag me to the rest of our friends. They drag me. Ooh! We walk together down the main road, looking at the market stalls that sell food, clothing, and decorations. So will you stay in Heartcliff? Are you heading out? She looks at me, but I look at everyone else. I don't know. What do you guys think? Alvarez stops by a stall, purchases a few things he needs for his spells. I wouldn't mind staying. Really? In a big city? Yeah. We'll do the thing again. Pull Merritt aside, baby! I gesture for Merritt to join me, and we slip away from the crowd. How do I say this? Their tail swishes, nervous. Oh, I really have grown fond of you. I am glad to have friends now, but with you, perhaps it is a little more than that? They glance up to assess my reaction. I know we have not known each other long, but I know what I am feeling, and I think perhaps I could see it evolving further, and as they ramble, I take their hand. I like you too, as a friend, and growing into something more. Do you think we could figure it out together? I'd like that. I pull her behind a stall and grab both of her hands, sneaking me away. Just getting some privacy. Can I kiss you? Oh, cute, yes! She nods and kisses me. They're very warm and I sink into the feeling of kissing them. Their arms wrap around my waist. Best. As Merritt pulls away, they smile in earnest. That was quite nice. Can I do it again? I laugh and kiss them again. And she leans against me. Honestly, Merritt would make me stupid with how much I like her. Like, I would just turn into a bumbling idiot in her presence. It takes near death to realize what matters, yes? I hope not for everything. I think with you, I will be facing it more often than I thought, but now I have someone to protect. Oh. They step back and cast magic into the air as it glitters above, falling with the snow. I love magic, I truly do. It has granted me so many wonderful things. It has given me the shape of the body I knew I was meant to have. It has allowed me to study and learn so many incredible things. I would be happy to put it to such good use with you. And I'm happy to have you with us. They grin and take my hand once again. Very cute. My attention drifts off, staring into the crowds as we continue through the streets. There are so many people with bright smiles all around us, and they laugh and chat and shop. And something catches my eye. Familiar faces. Two people wander through the crowd, they look happy. Oh, they're together this time! Wow, we did something right! Good on us! They made it to Heartcliff just so as we suggested, because I refused to accept their money. Maybe they can make a better life here. Oh, even if Francis doesn't know the truth about what happened to his wife, I wonder if she'll ever tell him, or he'll never know. They don't notice me, and I don't try to get their attention. They're just another couple in the crowd, in a city that's safe because of us. I hope her nightmares have stopped, now that the demons are sealed away. Hopefully they'll never ensnare her again. Trafton, you coming? That's really sweet. I like that a lot. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm going through so many emotions. I love this game. I had such a fun time. Like, I love everyone. Like, there's not a single person I would not romance again. I had a great time. And my OCs are perfect for each one. I'm glad that I made, like, an individual OC for each one because it feels fitting. Like, Essence deserves to be with Aura, and then Trafton gets fucking Merit somehow. And Sterling and fucking Elveril is so cute. And Zeniri and Iris were meant to be. Like, it's perfect. And I could check all the CGs again. The voice pull bad bitches, apparently. Oh, I love them all so much. I don't even know who my favorite couple is. If you put a gun in my head, I don't know. Like, I legitimately want to make them now. Like, that's going to be my next step, is to make them all. And then, like, commission you all for that. So, look forward to that. And then I'm just going to, like, obsess over them for forever. So it's in chapters, right? So this isn't, like, the last of it, I'm assuming. I mean, it's okay if it ends here as well, but, like, are you planning on continuing other chapters for Travelers and Tales? There is the start of chapter 3. Yeah! Gonna keep riding this till the cows come home. I'm so excited. It's going. No, it's okay. Take your time. Look, like I said, if it ends here, I'd be perfectly happy. I think you do it in a way that, like, you're still satisfied where you stop, basically. And then, like, if you keep going, great. But if not, it's okay as well. And I think that's actually a really smart way of doing it. And I super enjoyed it. I just had a great time. Like, even if you stop it right here, I'll write fanfiction for the rest of the time and consider it done. Like, I'm having a great fucking time. And I can always replay it as many times as I want to, so... yeah, that was the plan. So, no, it was great. I loved it very, very much. Perfect for Fluff Friday. I'm in a great fucking mood. Like, this brightened my day. It made me so happy. It made me laugh. It just, I was flirting. My face was red the whole time. My, like, cheeks are hurting from smiling so much. Thank you so much. My cheeks are hurting from smiling. Ah, cute. Not us. Stop it. Stop being cute. Get the fuck out of here. But I just, like, I love thinking about them. I'll miss them so much in the meantime. I guess that means that I'll just have to write fanfiction sooner then. Speaking of, so, I mean, I pretty much said everything I love about the game. I mean, your writing is really great. Like, genuinely, it's so great. It's so, like, it's like a warm cup of tea. Like, it's just so pleasant. It's so detailed. Like, there were so many, like, little things that you missed the first time around, and it was nice going back and seeing, and you just know your characters so well, and they're so, like, they bounce off of each other so great, and the story is genuinely, like, really interesting and high stakes, and it's just, like, everything. I kind of got, like, everything and more than I was expecting from this. Like, you know, like, I was expecting great, and somehow it was even better than I expected. So I'm perfectly satisfied. I had a great fucking time. I'm glad that I didn't put it off any more longer, and I'm excited to play the other games. I don't know what the next game in line was. I forgot. I forgot which the next game I agreed to do was. Because I'll announce it here. For next Friday. For next Fluff Friday. Getting a drink. My throat. Okay. The Seaside Inn is next. I'm ready. I'm really excited. Especially after, because this, again, was your first game. Like, how the fuck? What? It's so good. It's so, like, polished and put together. Like, you knew what the fuck you were doing when you did it. And, like, and you honestly did some things that, like, a lot of visual novels just don't fucking bother to do. So, like, it's just, I'm genuinely blown away. So with more experience and stuff and seeing your other games, I'm really excited. So we'll be playing the Seaside Inn on next Friday. We're going to be playing 2 new games on for our next week for stream, because we're doing our Fantastic Wonderland for Thursday, and then we'll be doing the Seaside Inn, and then Saturday is always a fucking random ass thing, and then Dragon Age consistently, whatever. So that's exciting. So let me go to my end screen and start plugging my shit again. Sorry if you guys hear this speech again, but I'm running 2 jams, and one of the jams is Chat Sim Jam, and it runs from March 15th, which is in 2 weeks, and it's going to be really exciting. Unfortunately, I can't make anything for it right now, but if anybody has the time to do so, you should definitely spread the word and join, because it would be really great. And I'm running it with Rotten Teeth and Max, and they are incredible, and they are super passionate about Chat Sims, and have really done a lot of the legwork for the jam so far, and I think it's just going to be really great. And then, with that also being said, we have our other jam, Josei After Dark, run by me, Lacey Digital, and Snacks, who are my mods and best friends. So this is a spicy romance based jam specifically targeted towards women, because we wanted to see more romantic NSFW games that weren't like weird, you know the ones. We wanted like actually romantic spicy games, so we just did it ourselves. So if you've got the chance, it's going to be running from July 31st to Halloween, so there's plenty of time to prepare if you guys want to start making it, maybe for Travelers and Tales. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. If not, I also understand. But if anybody's interested, you should definitely join, because I think it's going to be a good time, and we need more NSFW games in the space. We do. It's important. Okay? So with that being said, let's take that away. I know what I'm doing. Where's my schedule? Show the schedule. There you go. Okay. And then for my schedule, tomorrow is my off day, so I will be streaming in the morning, and I'm going to be writing fan fiction. It's going to be a Chris and Shay fan fiction, and I'm still working on like the very specific details, but it might also be fun to outline the fan fiction on stream as well before I start writing it, and just try to take up the whole space by outlining it and then writing it. I don't know. I'm a little nervous because I feel like I'm not going to be able to finish it on stream, but I really want to. But then I also want it to be engaging with chat as well. So it's kind of a test trial thing to see if I can even write on stream. But we'll see. We'll see. If it doesn't work, I'm never doing it again. So just know that. And then on Sunday, we will be doing more Dragon Age, and it will not be depressing because I won't be sad and angry as I'm doing the Mage Tower anymore. So that's exciting. And I just realized that the desktop the two musics were clashing, and that must have been AIDS to listen to. I'm so sorry. No more Mage Tower. No, for real. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm so glad it's over. I'm excited just to kiss Win and have a good time. I didn't sign up for all this other bullshit. So yeah, that's my schedule. That's me. And I am super exhausted now, but I had a great time. Thank you for making the game. Thank you for coming to the streams of me playing the game, and just thanks for a great time. It was awesome. And this will be uploaded on YouTube, so it'll be available forever. Keep it for yourself, whatever. But that's going to be all from me for tonight. I'm going to rest up and enjoy my day off tomorrow and stream in the morning, so you guys won't have to go too much longer without me, because I'll be right back pretty much. Good night to everybody. Thank you for staying up and hanging out, and we'll talk soon. Bye!